Okay. Here we go. Come on. Well, not yet. Soon, though. I'm here, that's the point. And we will get started in approximately... Is he playing Ratchet and Clank 1 on there? Wait, it's been a while since I've seen that. Now, if he starts playing Ratchet and Clank 3 on there, I'm going to get a little suspicious. But we'll get started in about 3.5 minutes. Because it'll be 4:30 at that point. So... What are you getting upset by there, Ratchet? It's a cutscene. It's kind of supposed to happen. Bit of a weird place for them to pick him to, you know, stop, but whatever. You notice weird things about these sorts of things, though, when you really pay attention to the cutscenes. Like, most of the time, even though I've played this game a dozen times, you don't pay attention to what Clank's doing there. Apparently, he's reading a book backwards to front, unless he's reading, like a book that's in Japanese or something where you read it right to left. Or maybe that's just how they do it in the Solana Galaxy. Maybe they read back to front. I don't know. It's interesting, though. I never noticed that before. Like, if you watch Clank right now, even though, Ratchet's doing his thing, Clank's reading, and then he'll occasionally look up to see what Ratchet's doing, but then he'll go back to his reading. And then if you watch, at one point he's going to turn the page. I think coming up here in a second, he'll turn the page. Yep, here he goes. There you go. So he's going backwards. Right? Like, I'm not imagining that, I don't think. Never noticed that. I did say I was going to learn something new, so I suppose that's fair. I'm going to go get the controller now that Ratchet's done with that little cycle, and we'll get started. Ooh. That's the last one. I don't know if I can save over that save file ever again, since it's kind of got the nice bolt count on it. I don't know if I can ever save over that again. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Either way, let's load up our current one, and we'll get moving. Turn that volume up a little, and there we go. Okay, I did it. I combed the whole entire desert. But, unlike those other guys, I actually found shit. I found 53 crystals remaining out there, and while I was at it, I got a little more raritanium. Just a little, I mean, I got the rest of what was in the desert, but I also went ahead and did the Space Wasp mission I was talking about last time, and used it to pimp out my ride, as you may have seen there. It is now almost completely done. I saved a little bit of upgrading for any other raritanium we get, but yeah, ship's looking a lot more fancy now than it did, that's for sure. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, the Stream Edition. Last time, we ended off here with me saying that I had a little bit of quote-unquote grinding to do, and by that I meant I had to go through the other half of the desert that I didn't show to get the rest of the crystals, which we did in fact grab, and we're trading in right now. All done. Got the skill point for it and everything. There was a skill point if you get all of them. And also, I went ahead and got enough raritanium to buy basically every ship upgrade, like I said. One thing I would like to do, though, is I found out something really strange looking, and I kind of want to show it on screen, because while I was faffing about grabbing the crystals, I did something stupid with the raritanium mining vehicle here, which, by the way, when there's no raritanium left in the entire desert, you won't see an arrow anymore indicating where it is. So I did something really stupid with this vehicle, and I want to see if I can repeat it here. Okay, I went out a little too early. Basically, I flung it off a cliff when I was done, and then I jumped out at the last second so I would not go flying off the cliff, and if it does it right, something funny should happen here. There we go. There it goes. Yep, I was going to say, did it happen this time? No. But yes, it did. So apparently, if you fling the raritanium vehicle off a cliff and just barely get out of it in time, it will rubber band you down into the lava when the mining vehicle hits the death pit down there. I don't have any clue why, but if that could be used maybe in the Platinum Bolt speedrun to grab the Platinum Bolt down there without having to get the glider. I don't know if there is like a no glider version of getting all Platinum Bolts, but that might be something that they may want to research, because that seems like something you could use for some exploits. I mean, it would only be on this planet, but yeah, like if you could fling it off a cliff like right around there or something like that, you could like swing your way right into there or something. I don't know. There's so many crazy movement techniques in the speedrun versions of this game that I'm sure they found a faster way as it is anyway. So maybe I'm just faffing about for nothing, but it does seem strange that you would rubber band down into the thing if you get out of it in time when you drive it off a cliff. Actually, I didn't get to show which parts of the ship I didn't get, so I'll go to the ship shack so I can show them off. There's only one part that I did not get, but as you can see, the ship is looking just a little bit more ready to kill things now. I got a fancy new paint job, got some torpedoes, got some mine launchers, got the nuke system, got some accelerators, got better shielding, the whole 9 yards, basically. With the exception of the hyperspace warp system and the other paint jobs. And the other form of wings. I got the high lift wings, but I did not get the heavy ordnance, because, I don't know, I don't like the heavy ordnance as much. I don't think it looks as good as the high lift. So yeah, I left the hyperspace warp system here just in case we get to 45 veritanium for the remainder of the game. I'll figure it out from there. But there's a few paint jobs that are available. This is what we have normally, is Blargian red. Also got Orxon green, Bogon blue, Lombax orange, and then this one, which is Drex Blackheart. I don't know, something about driving around in a jet black spaceship, it just catches the eye, you know what I mean? So, but that's that. Where do I see ship upgrades? Here we go. It's under the help menu. So yeah, I got a triple boost engine. We got the fancier cannons. We got the electro mine launcher, and then upgraded it to the mega mine launcher. Got the fast lock missile launcher. Got the torpedo launcher, and then upgraded to a multi-torpedo launcher. Got a shielding system, and then upgraded it to the ultra-charged shielding. And then we got the nuclear detonation device. And that allowed me, that last one anyway, allowed me to get all the rest of the raritanium that I actually needed for the ship upgrades. And I will show you how that works right about now, because we got to go back to Felton to finish up all the missions there. That's where we're going to go first. And once we're done with that, we can finally move on. We can move on to Hrugis Cloud, and we can actually move on with the plot today, which is a good thing, I think. So let's go here, and we will see if I can get the Platinum Bolt. Something I was thinking about, because oftentimes when I'm playing these games and I need something to watch, I'll go watch speedruns of the games in the Ratchet & Clank series. And I was watching Zem's recent Up Your Arsenal 100% speedrun, so the speedrun for the third game. Oh yeah, I can show you how to do this part. I'll talk about that in a minute when I'm faffing about. So, destroy 30 space wasps in 2 minutes. Basically what you do if you want to get lots of raritanium is you select the mission, you go to triangle, you select your nuke, you boost just past this asteroid, right about here, shoot it into traffic, and it blows them all up, basically. If you get it just right, exactly like that, you'll get every single one of them with the nuke. Oftentimes when I was getting the raritanium, I would end up with just a couple left, but then you could just basically fly straight and they fly directly in your path and you can blow them up that way with the upgraded laser cannons. So it's really quick, and any raritanium that they have, it will automatically magnetize to you, basically. So it's like at the end of an arena mission when you pull in all the bolts and the ammo and stuff. So that's how that works. Now you can fight the Ace Thug ships, and while I'm fighting them, I'm going to try to talk about... let's go with missiles. There's your fast lock missile launcher right there. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. I'm going to try to talk about the thing I was talking about. So yeah, like I said, when I'm when I'm playing these games and I'm looking for something else to watch, like if I'm just got some spare time or something on YouTube, I'll often go look up speedruns of these games, because the speedruns for the Ratchet & Clank series frankly fascinate me. Because of all the crazy movement text that you have to do when you're doing them in order to get the run correct. It's a lot of fun to watch those speedruns, I find. And I was watching Zem's most recent world record for Up Your Arsenal 100%, which is the third game in the series. And I don't know if he said anything directly related to this, but he said something that sort of struck a chord with me about the fact that in the last episode I said, well, I don't really want to waste anybody's time running around in a desert and stuff like that. And it started to make me think that maybe I was giving the wrong idea or the wrong impression there, because I said previously that this is, oh, by the way, it's a Superman 64 basically, except you gotta win a race while you're at it. We have a triple accelerator engine, so that shouldn't be a big deal. You got to go through every one of the rings and not miss a single one in order to get the Platinum Bolt here. So I'm going to try to do that while also talking, which may be not so smart, but I'll do the best I can. Hey there, Thug. Yeah, so... I might have been giving the wrong impression by saying, hey, you know, it's my favorite game in the series, but there's a section of it that I don't want to show because it would be boring and I don't know how to make it entertaining. And it made me think that maybe I would be giving the impression that the game has sections to, like, I'm willing to forgive the game for having sections of it that are boring. I think it's basically what I should have done there is, despite the fact that I found it I find getting the you know, the mining stuff done to be slightly boring, and I wasn't sure how I could make it entertaining, I probably still should have shown it on screen. Because here's the thing, I do have respect for the people that are watching me and their time and everything like that. I'm trying to be sensitive to that because people have other things to do. But if I want to tell you about a game that's my favorite in the entire series, then I need to show the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why it's my favorite in the whole series, and I need to show that reason. So, taking sections of it out may give the wrong impression. It may make people think, oh, well, you know, he's... I don't know, it might make you question, it might make you confused, like, okay, well, it's your favorite, but why is it your favorite, especially if you have to cut sections of it out in order for it to be, you know, entertaining. And I get it, there's, you know, different needs depending on the fact that I'm recording this for a stream and everything like that, but yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself for not showing it, I guess. Also, we got the Platinum Bolt and beat the, what was his name again? Ace Bunyan. Bunyan, god damn it. So we beat his race, and in every one of the Space Challenge systems, there is a race. And if you race and you don't miss any of the rings, you get a Platinum Bolt there. So I'm going to try to get all of them and go from there. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so if it gave the wrong impression, I apologize. It wasn't my intention. And I want to make sure that when I'm showing off this game that I enjoy a lot, I'm not giving off the wrong impression. So if that's how it came across, I'm sorry that it came across that way, but it wasn't my intent. And now we're going to move right along with the plot and keep this thing going, because I do enjoy this game and its plot and its mechanics and everything else. So we're gonna move on to Hrugus Cloud. Fizzwidget's probably been wondering where the hell we've been this whole time, but we're here now. So.
All right, input the password now.
Check. Here goes.
You better check that.
Did you make sure caps lock wasn't on?
It was correct.
The defenses are attacking us. We've got to hold them off until Fizzwidget gets
Or we
here.
could just leave. Like, we could just leave the deep space disposal facilities. Like, disabling their defenses sounds like a very costly thing. But alright. Anyway, we're being attacked, so let's just destroy all of the turrets, basically, that are attacking us. Oh, God, excuse me. This is why I got the fast lock missile launcher and the upgraded laser cannons. Although you really only need the upgraded laser cannons for this one, because what'll happen, basically, is you shoot this thing and it blows up, and it takes a couple of passes to blow it up if you don't have the upgraded laser cannons. And there are repair robots that will come out and will repair the turrets. If any of them get repaired, you have to basically kill it all over again.
Erroneous password.
Implausible! Unless, is this Tuesday or Wednesday?
Oh, God.
Anyway, sorry to have missed our meeting, but I was called away to film a commercial for our weapons facility.
But sir, what about the
Commercial? I was great! Here, watch
No,
this.
the experiment, you dunce.
Corp keeps you warm, keeps you healthy, and now keeps you safe. Hello, I'm Abercrombie Fizzwidget, and I'd like to welcome you to the new Megacorp Weapons Facility. We offer guided tours to show you how our weapons are made. Our highly trained experts spend their day creating the latest in heavy-duty weaponry to protect you and your whole family.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that guy doesn't seem like... And also don't...
So stop by today and bring the kids. Our tours are both informative and fun.
Sure.
And who knows? You just might learn something.
I was gonna say, that doesn't seem like fun for the whole family.
Was one handsome fellow, eh, boys? Fizzwidget out.
Wait, what?
Sir, wait! Mr. Fizzwidget, come in!
Perhaps we can still find him at the weapons facility.
It's a possibility. I guess we're gonna have to go to the armory on planet Tadano to find out. But I mean, I wasn't being serious when I was talking about, oh, he's just got dementia or whatever on Tabora. It could have been a thing Ratchet was thinking, but now I'm starting to consider that it may actually be true. We really need to get through to that guy before he starts doing something with the experiment that just isn't good. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? Just doing a few ship missions after we just moved on with the plot, basically, and I finished the ship mission here in the Deep Space Disposal Facility in about 10 seconds. And now we need to go to a different planet to do that, but we're going to do the rest of the challenges here first, so... There are saboteurs that are destroying the disposal facility. Well, that's just great. Probably my fault, because I just took out the defenses since they were attacking me. Alright, Saboteurs and Power Receptors 16. Let me see how many of them I can catch with this. I only caught 3, that sucks. Let me get the missiles back out, actually. So we don't want them to hit the power receptors there. That wouldn't be good. So we're just gonna try to get them before they kill all of those things. I should be able to get most of them with my missiles, so... Where are you guys at? Oh, there's one. Where'd you go? There you are. There's another one. Alright, just gotta not... oh, I got another nuke. I guess we could use it. Just need to find where they are. Yeah, I didn't get anybody with that one. The nuke is situationally useful. It has use when everything is clustered together in a really tight-knit group, but if they're not clustered in a tight-knit group, you might as well be shooting a big old missile that doesn't really have that much effectiveness, you know. Alright, where are these guys? I need to, like, fly out here or something to take a look. Are they up here? I see one now. There's one. You can't run into anything while you're over here either, or else the receptors are not gonna be in good shape. Ha! There's one. Stop it! Let's see what he's shooting at. Alright, back out here. Turn on people. Aha. 5 left. Shouldn't be too long to get them all. There goes all my missiles. Didn't think that electricity was going to hurt me. I just wasn't 100% sure. How about torpedoes? I don't think torpedoes are really going to help us against these guys, but there's one. Got him. There's the other one. I also don't think you can friendly fire the power receptors, so... yeah, that's a thing that you don't got to worry about too much. Alright, next challenge. Number 3, destroy their berserk repair drones. The virus infected their repair drones and they've gone berserk. Try them before your ship gets torn apart by lasers. Great! Continue to play through P5 merciless mode. Just finished watching all the cutscenes for tricking Akechi into thinking he killed Joker. Nice! Sounds like you're making good progress with it then. Hopefully it all goes well for you. I'm just going to fire it straight over there. Okay. Got... what, a half of them? That's what it seemed like. That guy's right in my line of fire, so let's just take care of him the easy way. And you get a missile, and you get a missile, and you also get a missile. There is a bit of a cooldown on the missiles, though, so you got to be a little bit frugal with them. In terms of your shots, you gotta be a little frugal. Like, as in, you can't just fire them back to back to back, you know? It's not like the... actually, it's kind of like the mini rocket tube, where it's got that bit of a cooldown timer on it. Oh, well. Don't matter too much. And last one, it's another race with Ace Bunyan. Again, Bunyan. Okay, so let's see if we can do this one without missing any of the rings. I don't have anything to talk about this time, so naturally... well, I had a topic that I was discussing, Conker, right before you got here, about how I might have been giving the wrong impression about my about this game when I said, well, I needed to do something off-screen with it. It's like, well, it's your favorite game in the series. Why do anything off-screen? You know, I don't think necessarily that's the impression that I left, but I don't want it to be the impression that I left. You know, so just. Was talking about that last time and somehow managed to fly through all the Superman 64 rings without missing one on the last facility. So we're going to see if we can do the same thing here. I wouldn't boost unless you're on the straightaways, though. Like, if the rings are fairly close together, I wouldn't boost at all. But if it's a straight shot, then you're a little bit better off. Like here, definitely don't boost, because you'll boost around that corner and you might miss a ring. Hell, you might miss a ring just from not boosting. I might miss a ring just from not boosting. But, yeah, probably not the best idea. Unless you know exactly what you're doing, which would be in case of like a speedrunner or something. But I ain't no speedrunner. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with speedrunning stuff. The only trick I know that might be considered useful in a speedrun was made obsolete years ago by other movement techniques. So I couldn't even see that second to last ring. But we did all the challenges there, so that's good. We're actually ahead of my schedule. I figured that whole section was going to take about 45 minutes to do, and we only been here for about 20, so that's good. Yeah, all at the diet building. Yes, exactly. Ready to go have a chat with your local government agent. Tell him to stop being a meanie. Absolutely. Just punch him in the mouth. That, by the way, I should mention for anybody who just walked in, that's only specific for Persona 5 and Masayoshi Shido. Not specific for your local government agent in all cases, because most of the time the work that they do is pretty damn important and you shouldn't be punching them in the mouth. Yeah. I guess I could have checked my words a little bit there. We have enough to get the plasma coil now, so I don't see why the hell not. Excuse me. Be another thing to upgrade, but that's okay. We got a few things worth upgrading, so. Also, I didn't show it when we turned in all the crystals and stuff before. Here's where the mini rocket's at in terms of its upgrading. I really didn't use it unless it was on the really huge guys that have a crystal inside of them in the desert area. And the bouncer is about 2/3 the way because I used it on basically everything else. So, yeah. It's all working pretty good, I think. And here's this fancy sumbee. It's also on the box art, so that's pretty good. Oh, hey, look, they're giving a tour over there. I better go join it. I'm going to like, which guns do I really want to have in the thing here? We want the meteor gun to go here, even though it's not quite up to snuff yet. The bouncer can stay there, and the plasma coil is basically just a flat replacement for the blitz cannon because it's the blitz cannon is good. It's especially with the mods and stuff in it, but it's not good enough at this point in the game to justify using it. So we're gonna just put that away. What do I need here? I know I need the tractor beam. I don't think I need anything else, but I'm not 100% sure. It's been a little while since I've done this, but let's go check out this tour with Fizzwidget Robot. If you break all the rockets, by the way, you get a skill point, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing that, so sure, get the bouncer out. And these little guys will attack the people if you're not careful, and they all run away from them and get blown up. I think you might also get something if all of them don't die, but I'm not 100% sure about that, so. I unfortunately don't have any small weapons to upgrade at this point. Like, the meteor gun is really the last small arm gun that you get, and it's not even really all that small. So these little guys are going to be just a bit of a pain because of the fact that I have to use a low ammo gun, like the bouncer, to get rid of them. And if I miss one, well, that ammo is costly, so. Oh, actually, though, we do want to send one of these rockets off in space if we can, and I'll even go do it now in a second. Let me just, oh, look, I even hit this one, so I don't think it's this one. I don't remember how many times this takes to do this. I don't want to use any normal ammo, but, oh, okay. There we go. So now when the next tour group comes in, they're going to be looking at something, and it's going to be like, what are we looking at, Mommy? What are we looking at, Daddy? There used to be a rocket here, son, but then some maniac who works for the company destroyed it. Is it 12? 13. 13. It's 13 swings, I think. I think I was counting correctly there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Oh, this one's taken off. I should probably... Oh my god. I was gonna say, I should probably stop, like, standing directly below it if it's taking off. There's no more squirrels, ladies and gentlemen. It's fine. There used to be dialogue in this section with the Fizzwidget robot here in the PS2 version, but in the PS3 version, for some reason, it's not present. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it's kind of disappointing, actually. Like I said, I love these games, but sometimes I wonder if the translation over into HD didn't get rid of a few things that could have been nice about it. Well, there it goes. I think Fizzwidget Robot just tried to bump me. Is it going to hit the top of the biosphere here, or what? Because that's what it seems like it's going to do. Oh, it's gone. Okay. It must have gone outside of the draw distance. All right. Oh, yeah, and all the villagers are good, but before we do anything else, we have to follow Fizzwidget Bot in here. And when he pops away, we can get another platinum mold. Had to do all that fairly quickly, but yeah, you get 2 skill points there, 1 for saving all of the people on the tour, 1 for destroying all the rockets, and then you get a platinum bolt for following the bot into the place. So lots to do right there, but we got it all, so that's all good to go. Let's see if we can get this elevator down here now. I think you'll give him a very welcoming Christmas gift when you see him for the last time in his palace. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's a worthwhile cause. So, were you here last time, Conker, when we got the box breaker? Because if you weren't, well, now we can do this. We can slam the ground anywhere near any breakables, and it will automatically break them for us, so we can just wander forward, and there's all the... Oh, okay. I wasn't showing the camera, but remember the rocket that we just sent into space? It came down. There was a big old enemy right over here. I didn't realize it was going to come down that quickly. There was a big old enemy right over there, and it kind of blew him up. So, I guess that works out pretty good for us, huh? Yeah, but... we got the box breaker last time. It's one piece to the we will be able to get all the bolts puzzle here. Although in regular game, not in challenge mode. Oh yeah, you can go back to your ship right here if you want to. If you don't want to use this grappling hook line, it's much cooler, I think. But whatever. So. Don't think you were nice. Yeah, it's a nice little helpful thing for us to have around there. We fought a boss for it. It was on planet Uzla. There was a gravity boot section that we couldn't go to before that I went to, so that we could take care of business there. So yeah, that's how that works. Plasma coil is an interesting weapon. It shoots out a small plasma projectile, but if you take a look at what it does, let me get them all kind of close together here. Let's see. Alright, boys, line up for your photo shoot. Yeah, so what it just did is it will hit the first enemy that you're targeting, and then it will zap every enemy in the area of effect of that enemy. So there's a pretty wide radius that it will hit enemies with. It's really powerful, too. Like, you wouldn't think it's as powerful as it is, but it's substantially powerful. That's why it has 15 ammo only. But, it's quite strong, and it takes care of all but the toughest of enemies in basically one shot at this point. So it will really come in handy for us. So we're gonna make good use of it. It's another heavy weapon, basically. Going Commando has a lot of good heavy weapons, I find, and the light weapons are practically just. You start off, it's the. Hi, it's a sheep. All right then. But yeah, you start off, it's like the Heavy Lancer, the Blitz Cannon becomes your light weapon eventually because its damage starts to drop off. And then you end up with 2 good light weapons by the end game, those being the Meteor Gun and a weapon that we're actually going to get in this facility after I go check what my dog is barking at. He's been good today, I don't know what he's barking at now. Alright, Conker, see you in a minute. Oh boy. Come here, Yeg. Come here. It's alright. Come here. Come here. So they're okay. It's just the neighbors. It's alright. It's just Boo. He's okay. It's alright, good boy. It's okay. You're alright. See? That's just Boo. He's okay. He's okay. It's alright. Okay. Oh boy, neighbors again. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that dog. I mean, I know what I'm gonna do with him. I'm gonna treat him with love and respect, but sometimes it's like he don't know how to listen to directions, I swear. Anyway, in this facility, we need to use the ye old tractor beam to give ourselves a passageway forward. That's what we're gonna go do. Let's do this first and grab that. Sir, I'm gonna need you for your employee badge there. Thank you. More sheep again. I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, now that we've gotten through that part of the facility, I'm going to cut myself off with the nose here. We're going to grab these here, stick that there, because if you look up, there's actually a platform up there that we can get to if we line these up correctly. So let's just do this. There we go. Let's get up on top. Okay, that's not what I meant to do, but you get the idea. You need to do 2 high jumps, and then you'll get there. There. Now we're good. Alright, now if I recall correctly, there is a dude that's going to be rather unhappy with me when I go up this hill, so I'm just going to go like this. Yeah, there he is. So that's the guy that got blown up by the missile earlier. These guys are kind of difficult to deal with, but I have a foolproof trick that takes care of them real quick. It's called hide behind cover and throw spider bots at them until they die. Usually it works out pretty good. I think it takes like 2 or 3 spider bots to kill them, but we unfortunately can't get any mods for the spider bot glove just yet because it's not available until the next planet we go to. But yeah, look at how much EXP that the spider bot gets from those guys. It's pretty solid. Spiderbot has a lot of utility on this planet, so we're going to get to use it for decent stuff while we're here. Hello.
Captain Quark, completing quality control on Super Electro Gadget.
Excuse
Camera
me?
power detecting no defects.
Hello.
Ratchet of Velden. I knew this day would come.
What are you
Draw
talking
your
about?
last enemy mine, for I smite you in the name of Captain Quark.
Uh-huh.
Sweet death. At last we meet. Nobly, I fall on the field of battle.
No, seriously.
Hey, Lombax!
What the hell are you on about?
Wait! You shamed the greatest superhero who ever lived. You owe me something.
Why?
Want from us, sir?
Ooh! How about some cool Quark stuff from your galaxy? Trade you for this armor magnetizer.
I believe that device is designed to attract bolts.
Yeah, that's the other piece to the get all the bolts stuff. So in order to get the armor magnetizer and complete our collection with the box breaker, we need a collectible of Captain Quark from the Solana galaxy. I have no idea how we're going to get that, though, because I didn't find one in the first game, and we're kind of in a different galaxy now, so we may just be SOL in that regard. But we did get another Platinum Bolt while we're here, so... And, I mean, I gotta rep my boy Benjamin Diskin. He's the voice actor for that guy right there, and he also is the one, in case you're wondering, by the way, he's also the voice actor who voiced Number One in the Codename Kids Next Door cartoon. So, I gotta rep my boy. And he's the one that was voicing right there. Oops, I meant to go to my quick select. I hate that, man. Oh well. Welcome back, Conker. No, you haven't missed much of anything, really. I've just been faffing about, wandering around in the factory, dealing with a super fan of Captain Quark's. Throwing spider bots around so that they can kill things. Yeah, that was I think, if I remember the credits correctly from this game, it's been a little while, but I'm pretty sure that was Benjamin Diskin, so... There are certain voice actors that I will mention by name when I come across them in video games. Like, Gideon Emery's one of them, because Gideon Emery's one of my favorite voice actors of all time. And... you know, several others, but he, like, in this case, it's Benjamin Diskin. He's the one that I gotta mention. Really, all the voice actors do a really good job in this game, I find. And several of them you'll find in other video games besides just this one. Like, I think it's Jim Ward does Captain Quark, and he's an additional voice actor for several other video games. You got, I'm pretty sure Cam Clark does additional voice work in this game, but Cam Clark was everywhere in the early 2000s in terms of voice actors. He's like Yuri Lowenthal was for the 2010s. So, and really, Yuri Lowenthal was also everywhere in the 2000s, so, you know. But yeah, there's a lot of good voice work done in this game. James Arnold Taylor is Ratchet's voice. He does Tidus from Final Fantasy X, among several other things. So, I'm not even going to kill this guy with the plasma thing. It's not even worthwhile. But yeah, like, take a look at this. Yeah. These guys from Dabo don't even stand a chance. One hit from the plasma coil, done. Easy. Easy as that. Now, they will teleport in here for a little bit, but... okay, that works. Yeah, you don't even have to hit the enemy with it in order for it to, in order for the plasma coil to destroy things. You can just shoot it at a wall, and it'll destroy things. So it's pretty impressive little gadget you got there. I gotta give Megacorp something. They do make really good weapons, despite the fact that they may or may not have a maniac at the helm right now. Well, not a maniac, but an old folk suffering from dementia. Okay, so we're supposed to use the tractor beam to go over there, and we're going to, but first... Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Let's try again. There we go. First, we got to go into this, onto this conveyor belt. Now, we can't fit through there, but the spider bot can, so let's let the spider bot go on a secret mission. Take him up through the vents, just like that. And, okay, well, if the camera would cooperate, you can see there's a platinum bolt there. We need to have him stand right there. And I don't think there's anything else he can do right now other than, you know, fall down here and blow up. So, yeah, I kind of got all the enemies here already, so bye. But yeah, so now, if we can stay on the platform, there. I just got to get up here, kind of finagle my way around. And I might as well break these computers. Why the hell not? Give me a few bolts. Also, get me another platinum bolt. I'm not sure why the animation doesn't play for getting the platinum bolt just there. Sometimes it does play and sometimes it doesn't. It might have to do with whether or not Ratchet has enough clearance to... I can't do anything with you just yet. In the room for that cutscene to play, because it needs to, the camera needs to be in a certain position for it to play, and if the room is too small, it might not play. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. That's a design question, and I'm not exactly savvy to all of that information. Whoops. Sorry, I just bumped the mic stand. Something fierce trying to grab my water bottle. My bad. Alright. And thankfully, using the box breaker there doesn't break these missiles. Absolutely, that wouldn't be good. But we do need to use them to break this wall down, so what you need to do is slide this into this section, and don't worry, they won't explode in time, or rather, they won't explode after a short time, so you don't have to do this quickly. As long as they're once they're both in, that's when it explodes, so. Just like that. Get used to that, because there will be a puzzle that'll play there in a little bit as well. This section's a little bit of a tricky dick section because you got to place this here on this conveyor belt and then follow it just like this. I like to jump at the end because it's just easier. It's just easier for me anyway. I gotta watch my plasma coil ammo though, I'm using quite a bit of it. Spider bot ammo? I got a few. Okay, good. Let's use the bouncer since it's almost upgraded, and then we'll go from there. We'll work on the mini rocket once the bouncer's upgraded. Oh, okay, no enemies to deal with. Got it. There is more sheep here, though. I'm still wondering what the hell's with these sheep. Like, where did they come from, man? Thought this was a good idea. Okay, I need to get that over there. So let's move this down first. There we go. This over here. And slide this bad boy right in here. Doing a little bit of puzzling. That's what we're doing with the tractor beam. Tractor beam actually doesn't get a whole lot of puzzles by well, it's not really puzzles. It doesn't get a whole lot of use by comparison to the swing shot and the dynamo. Same thing with the Terminator, I find, in this game. The swing shot and the dynamo get most of the love, but that's because it's like, it's easy to just kind of place them as like a little platforming puzzle for you in the middle of a level, whereas with the tractor beam and the Terminator, it's a little harder to just kind of throw them in willy-nilly, you know? Yeah, so they almost have to design a section of the level around the tractor beam and the Terminator like they have here, so. Now for this part, you gotta ride on top of this in order to avoid all the lasers, because it only blocks the lasers. It doesn't block any lasers directly in front of it, it only blocks the ones behind it, so, yeah. Hello, gentlemen. Have a bouncer ammo. Not bad. Worked pretty good. Didn't kill the guy up top, but that's okay. He'll come over here and then he'll get killed. Actually, why don't we do it this way? There we go. I need to move before I... Okay, good. That's fine. We can get him. And then let's... make sure that works. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't work. That works. You'll see a lot more of these little sections here where it's basically just kill all the enemies to proceed coming up. So it's a bit of a staple for the remainder of the game, because a lot of the sections of the game that you're going to go to from here on out are going to be Megacorp-centric, because you're kind of exploring the dark side of Megacorp's research at this point in the game, so to kind of get an idea of why they would think it would be a good idea to sell something as dangerous as the experiment could be. But I mean, consider the fact that it's an industry of weapons and everything, it already seems dangerous enough, but either way, what do you suppose this is? Wonder if it has anything to do with all the sheep around here. Let's find out. Well, it told us right before the cutscene, but... Sweet. We got the Sheepinator. So, if you remember from the first game, we got a Morpho Ray towards the end of the game. And the Morpho Ray, it turned enemies into chickens. The Sheepinator is the same thing, except it turns enemies into sheep. And it's actually really good in this game. It's the second light weapon, basically, that the game has to offer. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that bad boy in here somewhere. I'm probably going to end up with just having one gadget here, honestly, because I'm going to have the spider bot in here, probably. And we'll put the mega turret there. We'll put my light weapons... can go here, so the meteor gun can stay there, the Sheepinator can go here. Heavy weapons can go here, so the plasma coil can go there, and then what gets to be here? The mini rocket. Okay, that's fair. And next section, do we need anything like... we might need the swing shot for the next section, if I remember right, so I'm going to put that in there. But this is essentially going to be my setup for the remainder of the game. This will be replaced by the decoy glove in situations where the decoy glove is useful, but yeah, this is essentially it right here. Those are pretty much the weapons we're going to be using for the remainder of the game, I think. I don't think there's anything else that we need to purchase in terms of weapons. I think it's just armor from now on. So, and like in arena challenges where the spider bot isn't useful, I'll just replace it with something else like the, I don't know, the blitz cannon or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter for now. But yeah, Sheepinator's good. We'll use it on small enemies from here on out, so. Speaking of which, What I like the most about the Sheepinator by comparison to the Morpho Ray is that you can strafe with the Sheepinator, which allows you to direct it a lot easier than you would otherwise be able to. So that's a nice little touch. And the sheep are basically harmless. They don't really do anything. They just kind of hang around. But yeah, they're at the very least they're harmless by comparison to the enemies that you would normally use it on, essentially. So the next section we need to go to is directly up there. We're going to end up coming down from there, but we have to go all the way around in order to get there. So that's what we're going to go do. First, we got to infiltrate, so let's infiltrate. Nope. Damn it. I was so close! Maybe. I actually don't know if I was close. Okay, not there. There we go. Now, those infiltrator puzzles can get a little tricky, but we should be alright. So this is a literal minefield. There's a bunch of mines all over the place. The big guys are there, the small guys are there. It's kind of a cluster. So what I like to do here is use the spider bot, because if you walk near them with the spider bot, or normally, the mines will blow up. So kind of lets you wreak havoc on these little guys around here, and it also makes it a lot easier for Ratchet to get around because, well, then you don't got to deal with all these mines later. So of course you got to be careful because it'll blow up your spider bot, but you know, it's not a huge deal. Unlike Ratchet's HP, the spider bots are a little more expendable. So, ooh, that's nice. Whoa, okay. I got a nanotech boost, and it also blew up the mine right next to me. Welp. Where'd that guy go? Oh, he's over here. Okay. Let's blow this up. And then blow this up. I don't think I'm going to have enough spider bots to kill this guy. Maybe. We'll fight one of them head on, but I want to at least thin their numbers a little bit before I do. So that way the spider bot can get a decent chunk of EXP. I may even go buy some spider bot ammo so that I can use it more liberally. Nah, we'll just use the bouncer. It's probably fine. No, that's it. Oh, it did. It bounced to him. Nice. I didn't actually expect that to work. Guess my aim is a little bit better than I thought it was, huh? I don't remember if there's anything up here. I'm gonna find out. Nope. Probably a halfway decent spot to hide if there's a bunch of robots that are trying to murder you, but yeah. I do want to try to get the spider bot a good chunk of experience, though, because when you upgrade it, it upgrades into something that's a lot more useful than just the regular spider bot. Like, it's not just a drone that you can walk around and then blow up. It's got a little more utility that we might be able to use in a few planets. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do. The rest of the weapons upgrading is... The Sheepinator would be nice if I upgrade it in a little bit, but really this is the main one that I want to upgrade. The Bouncer's almost there, and then the Mini Rocket and the Plasma Coil will get there. The Sheepinator will be nice to have upgraded for the very end game, but yeah, it's not a necessity. It'd actually be nice to have upgraded in a few planets as well, but again, not a necessity. The thing that I'm going to use it for in a few planets, basically it's always standing still, so you don't have to worry about it if it's not fully upgraded. So, whoa, hello. Hello, boys! I think you can also sheepinate these guys, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Yeah, you can. It just might take a little bit of doing, that's all, because you gotta keep it aimed while they're shooting at you liberally like this. There we go. Not really worth trying to do, you know what I mean? Probably the Mini Rocket would work a little better because that one-shots these guys as well. So. Oh, I got a Plasma Coil ammo, so might as well see if I can use it. Hey! Sniped him! Alright. Is there any nanotech left back over here? No, I used it all already. Okay, that's fine. I may actually have the Spider Bot do a little bit of work there, too. forget if I can do this. No. No, I cannot, I don't think. Might be able to do like a proxy. Yeah, I couldn't do it. There's an elevator up there that I would like to get up, but I don't think I can do it without hitting this and finding out there's an infiltrator puzzle behind it, so... You might be able to do it if you know like speedrun strats and you can do a proxy, but I'm apparently bad at proxies, so... Damn it, I went in the wrong direction again. I don't actually know where I'm going, despite what it may look like, so... I'm kind of just guessing on the fly, essentially. And forgetting all the time. That's not one. Okay. This one's hard, though, so, well, it's mostly trial and error, but, you know, that's not it. Nope. Yeah, I was almost there, I think. This way, nope. This way, this way. Nope, that's not it. The other way. The other way, damn it. Down that way, that way, that way, that way. Nope, this way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Got it. Cool. Sometimes oh my god, the camera. There we go. Sometimes I can help myself by saying this way, that way, or like left, right, up, down, that sort of thing, so apologies if it gets annoying, but sometimes it actually helps me to do it a little easier. But we got a nanotech boost for finishing that crazy-ass infiltrator puzzle, so that's not bad. How about some more Spider-Bot glove action? I'm all down for that. Let's just see if you can kind of, if you need to get it up a platform, you can kind of hold yourself against the wall, jump and throw it, and you can get it up over a platform, so. If you need to, it's a thought. So. Just thin their numbers here real quick. I think there's like 3 or 4 waves of these guys that'll pop out. Unfortunately, the Spider-Bot is not... Like, when we get the armor magnetizer, it will increase the range at which we can pick up bolts, like the one from the first game. I forget what it was called. But, unfortunately, the Spider-Bot does not have the same capabilities. It does not have the armor magnetizer built into it when you get it, basically. So, that's unfortunate, but it would be nice. Oh, there's more of them. Okay, well, we'll let the bouncer thing there do the talking for a minute to take care of a few guys. See if I can thin out that entire section. Yep, that's what it looks like. And now for you. You should get good experience for the mini rocket too, because they're just gonna keep popping in. Oh, okay. I guess I got them all already. Never mind. More Spider-Bot ammo though, that's pretty nice. Lots of Spider-Bot ammo. Even. We're almost there. Almost there. Are these breakable? No. Look like stuff behind panes of glass, so, but they're not breakable. Ooh! Oh baby, a triple. I know I should have said it in the kid's voice, but... It's like shooting fish in a barrel. I'm gonna run out of ammo soon, but shooting fish in a barrel. That worked pretty nicely. Probably could have used the bouncer too, but there's a bottomless pit there, so just don't go just thinking you can fall down. Because, well, you can, but it won't end well for you. And more infiltrator puzzles. Alright. Let's see what we got here. This one should be a little easier. I say as I mess it up right away. Nope. Down that way and up that way. There we go. Awesome. It was the... Oh, God. Hello. I think it's time for more Spider-Bot. Go get him, buddy. Whoa, camera. Okay. So he'll try to hit you, but he can't really aim right because you're behind cover, so. And it's well worth the experience I'll get out of it for the Spider-Bots. And the nanotech increase, that's nice too. We don't really need the nanotech increase that badly, but I mean, I guess it'll help later in the game. But we'll be able to, by the time we're done with everything I'm going to do on this playthrough, we'll be able to purchase the second to last armor upgrade in the game, which blocks like 2/3 of all the damage that you take or something ridiculous like that. It's way more powerful than you need for this playthrough, so yeah. Oh no, I just remembered there is one more weapon that we need to purchase later on in the game. It's not available currently, but it's one of the last ones to show up available at the weapon vendor. But we'll buy it when it becomes available, hopefully.
Angela Cross, calling Ratchet on secure band 7 Echo Foxtrot.
I wonder what 7EF means to Insomniac.
Is that your name?
Ratchet was calling you something quite different.
Yeah, a thief.
Was he now?
Wah wah.
Anyway, I'm just calling to warn you that thugs from Les have taken over my flying lab.
But were the thugs not working for you?
Not anymore. Apparently, someone's made them a better offer.
I can think of somebody.
I tell you, between the thugs and the Protopet, this whole galaxy's heading for...
Wait, say again? Protopet?
Oh, yeah. It's what they're calling the experiment now.
Oh.
Here, watch this.
Okay.
Why is Billy sad?
Oh my god, this cutscene.
Hungry? Or maybe just...
Oh no! No, take it away!
lonely? Introducing the Megacore Protopet. Your child will shriek with joy when he meets our adorable friend.
Yeah, that's it. Shrieking with joy, huh?
There's the Protopet. Need a partner for tag? Go find the Protopet. Up for some cops and robbers?
Help! Police!
So is you-know-who. Just ask Billy. The Megacore Protopet. Stop by Planet Bolden and get yours free from Abercrombie Fizzwidget himself.
Okay, well, I feel bad for Billy, but maybe now we can find Fizzwidget.
Megacorp intends to market a killer.
You're telling me.
Simply unconscionable.
I mean, yeah, but...
That's exactly what I've been trying to tell you. There will be disastrous consequences for the entire galaxy if that monster is distributed.
We must get through to Mr. Fizzwidget.
If you still think he'll listen, you should try to catch him on the planet Bolden. I'll upload the coordinates.
This could be our last chance.
Then I guess we better not blow it. Alright, so we gotta go to Silver City to see if we can get through to Fizzwidget about the Protopet, so that's where we'll head next. Thankfully, we've taken care of all of our sidetracking and backtracking, so planned that out kind of nicely, so now we can actually go take care of stuff without having to worry about, well, you know, when the world's in infinite peril, now that makes the best time to go do side quests. There are still side quests to do, but we won't be doing them for a little bit yet. I know that's blasphemous, but don't worry, we'll have reason to come back and do side quests in a little while. We gotta make sure they don't market a killer first. I'm just gonna take this opportunity to get quick Sheepinator experience. Might as well. Anything here that I need? No. Sometimes you can get lucky in random ammo boxes that you broke when you don't need to. We'll just have random ammo in it that's good for the things that you need right now, but today was not one of those days. So, alright, let's get the hell out of here and see if we can get to Bolden so we can take care of business with Mr. Fizzwidget. There are a few things to do on Bolden, though, and we'll be doing all of them while we're there. Primarily, my focus is on making the meteor gun into the best light weapon in the game, and we need to do that by finding Slim Cognito's weapon mods vendor again.
Listen up, thugs for less. We got a big job ahead, so pay attention. Megacorp has hired us to protect their CEO, Mr. Fizzwidget.
Yeah, I figured.
I feel that he's getting a little, cuckoo in his old age, and I'm concerned for his safety.
Right, well...
old-fashioned, so I want everything handled with the... pride and courtesy people have come to expect from us. Also, be on the lookout for these two characters. I have a personal interest in seeing them rubbed out, so I'm offering a free pizza party to the squad who bags them.
Damn.
Remember, that includes drinks and desserts.
What a deal! So yeah, they actually, Megacorp itself is concerned with Fizzwidget's potential dementia here. Like, the game really builds this really well, I think, in the story. Like, the first game's story I still think is a little bit better than this game's, but this game's story is pretty damn good, despite the fact that You know, it's a sequel, so a lot of people are like, well, you know, it's a sequel, it can't have as good of a story as the first one. It's like, no. They did a good job on this one, too. Also, we just got like 10,000 bolts out of that little, out of those crates there. There were some 1,000 bolts in there. That's pretty impressive. So anyway, Bolden. First and foremost, before you can even get in the damn door, you get here and there's an electric fence here, and there's no infiltrator puzzle, nothing that'll let you get through it. I think you can do a proxy right here to get in, but I'm not 100% sure. You're supposed to take that taxi, but you might be able to do a proxy right there to get in, or maybe you don't even need to do a proxy. Maybe you could just like stand here and do one. No, there's an invisible wall there. Okay. You might be able to do it if you're fancy speedrunner guy or something, if your name is Zem92 or the like, but I'm not fancy speedrunner guy, so I'm not going to be able to do that. I'll just avoid using the mini rocket for a little bit. Let's go here and take the expressway entrance. Doesn't seem so express when you could just walk in the front door, but you know. Can I turn myself in for that pizza party? I'm gonna have to ask that guy when we get Fizzwidget out of here. Be like, hey, thug leader. So if I turn myself in, can I get a pizza party in jail? Is that how that works? That would be funny though. Knowing them, they'd be like, yeah, sure. What do you want? Because they seem pretty accommodating for being, you know, sub villains, like minor villains. Oh, great, levitator puzzle. Well, it's less of a puzzle. More of a just make sure you get through this section. But if you take a look at the map, you can kind of see here, if you go through the expressway all the way back there, it ends up on the platform I was just talking about that had that invisible wall. So I guess we'll have to make do. Gotta watch the gears and stuff here, though, that you don't... Oh, God. Open up, please. There we go. The platinum bolt in here somewhere. Like, there's a section where you can go against the flow of traffic in here somewhere, I think. I can't quite remember. I don't think it's that way, though. Well, you have to go against the flow of traffic anyway, because that's where we're going right now, but... Like, there's a spot where you can, like, squeeze inside of, basically, with the levitator, and we might try to do that in a second. In here? Nope. Okay. Well, that wasn't it. Yeah, I don't exactly remember where this one in particular is, but, yeah, damn it. Open up. There. Is it back this way? I don't think so. I don't think you can get through here. Nope, it's not that way. Alright, well, at least we got infinite tries, so there's no lives in this game, so that makes it a little easier at least. You can kind of experiment around and figure things out because of it. Well, let's just go the normal way for now. If we have to, we can always come back and do some platinum bolt hunting like we did in the first game once I get the mapper, so I ain't too concerned if I miss it. Oh, good. This looks like fun. Ow. Oh, hey, I still kept the levitation. Nice. Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't pretty, but we made it. There's definitely a spot down there, though, that you can get a platinum bolt. I just don't remember where it is. So, we'll come back. Don't worry. And yeah, anyway, if you go right here, pop that bad boy. There you go. Now you can go back to your ship, so you've unlocked a little shortcut. Now, there's two directions that we can go in. The first one is off on the main path, which takes us over there and eventually gets us to Fizzwidget. The second one takes us to this grind rail platform, which will take us to where well, two places that I actually want to go for right now. We do want to go see Fizzwidget, obviously, but as long as we don't leave the planet and we don't see any of his ships leave the planet, I think we'll be okay. Ratchet? Yeah, thanks. Grab the ladder, man. It's right there. Okay, grind rail section. Got it. Here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to be slick and I don't know if it's working. Definitely not working when I do that. Let's start on this side, actually. Give myself a little more leeway. The momentum here is a little wonky, though, but... Alright, now I gotta do this next section correctly. Gotta go like this, go up here. You wanna hit this thing, and then float down here. I think I should get there? Yeah, I should get there. There we go. And now we're off the map. As you can see, you really aren't supposed to come over here. But, well, we're here, so I guess we'll check it out. You can actually see this section of the level later if you go right here. This is on the main path. After you go up and around, this is in one of the courtyards you go to before you head up towards where Fizzwidget is. The enemies can even see me here, but you can also see a platinum bolt that you can see for later in the stage. It's over there. There is a reason why I came over here, though, so don't worry. We're not just sitting here exploring out of bounds because why the hell not? There's a reason. Not to worry. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. I think. Huh. Weird looking warehouse. It's so weird the textures are glitching out underneath it. Interesting. Well, we can't get in that way. See if there's a front door somewhere. Or a back door. Or that. I think my collision's gone. Alright. Well, actually, we might be inside the door now. Yeah, see, there's the door. You can kind of see it underneath there, right there. So I think if we're inside, I might be able to just jump out of here. There we go. Oh, shit. I'm being attacked! Okay, oh god. Get him, bouncer. I don't want to be bounced out of here. I want to be bounced into here. Oh god, here we go. Again. They appear to have more reinforcements. Why don't we Spider-Bot here? Not Cheapinator, Spider-Bot, there we go. I've got a little cover, I might as well. Because these guys probably give pretty decent experience for it, so... Yeah, experience bar is going up and up. So, oh god. Gotcha. Not quite there yet, but we're getting there. Take this guy out. Oh, there's a portal behind him for whatever that's all about. Blast your armor off all minute. Okay, is that it? Nope, not quite. Okay. Take this last guy out with Spider-Bot then, since it gives me the cover. Haha! Oh, it didn't take him out. Alright, well, mini rocket it is then. Okay, so, where's this go? Insomniac Museum. Sure. Oh, okay, I guess I'm flying somewhere now. That's... I need to see what my dog's barking at. Jaeger, you're interrupting me again. God damn it. Planet Burbank. Uh-huh. Alright, hold on. This is something. Hold on. It's alright, Yang. It's okay. It's just the neighbors. They're okay. They're alright, good boy. It's okay. They're okay. You just leave them be, okay? Leave them alone. They're alright. It's okay, good boy. It's okay. See, now they're gone. It's okay. Alright, there we go. Yeah, hooray for breaking my collision detection. Yes, exactly. But it was intentional because now you can get to the Insomniac Games Museum, apparently.
This is Mike Stout. I'm a designer at Insomniac Games. Hi, welcome to the Insomniac Museum. Here you'll see some of the great things that never quite made it into the game, and you'll learn a little bit about life here at Insomniac Games.
Uh-huh. So yeah, that Out of Bounds was not just there for the hell of it. You actually, if you come over here, you can find a secret Easter egg, and the secret Easter egg is the Insomniac Games development studio for the game that I'm currently playing. Seems like a stretch, but alright then. It's fine. It's actually pretty cool. You usually don't see stuff like this in games like this, so.
Hello, my name is Brian Allgeier, the design director at Insomniac Games. These floating spherical monstrosities are the elusive gravity spheres, which were originally going to be included in Silver City. They proved to be too difficult, and a bit nauseating, to be included. They are preserved here for posterity. Swing shot up to try running around one, and then swing shot again to get off the sphere.
So these spheres here are essentially Super Mario Galaxy spheres. You can use them. It's sort of like how in the Mactar Nebula you could go to the that jamming array and it was a big circular planet with actual physics on it. That's what these are. So just swing shot up on top of it and it has its own gravity. So if anybody tells you that Mario Galaxy did it first, you point them to this game because they're wrong. I just don't remember how to get off. There we go. Oh, nope, that's not it. How do I get off of this crazy train? There we go. Okay, so yeah, they did it first in this game. It just wasn't done very much because it was too difficult to implement. So understandable because it was probably a lot for the PS2 at that point. But you know, the fact that they put that in the game though is pretty impressive, I think.
Hi
2003.
there. My name's Tim Trespass. I'm a gameplay programmer here at Insomniac Games. I'm a Leo from Washington, D.C. I like anime and shiny objects. This car was originally going to be included in the battle with the giant robot on Snivlac. Unfortunately, its lack of heavy weaponry proved its bane. It now calls the Insomniac Museum its home.
Well, I really wish you preserved this thing because, frankly, the firepower on this probably would have been pretty nice for the boss in Snivlac. We can't... I can't show you what that is just yet, the boss on Snivlac, but we'll get there. There's a boss on Planet Snivlac. That's what you need to know. Apparently it can strafe as well and go up and down, so that's interesting. I don't think I can fire any weapons with it though, because it doesn't. I'm pressing every button and it doesn't seem to be firing any weapons. So, well, that's all right. Not a big deal. Let's keep looking around. Wonder what this bad boy's all about. What do we have up there? Anything? Maybe the help message will tell me.
Hiya! This is Oliver Wade, the animation director here at Insomniac Games. The three-headed Hydra was a big cut from Ratchet and Clank 1. It was originally intended as a mini-boss on Pokitaru. Ratchet battled this beast whilst riding a boat through blowfish-infested waters. However, it didn't end up being that much fun at all.
Uh-huh. Makes me wonder if they were considering putting it into the remake. I haven't seen Pokitaru in the 2016 remake of Ratchet & Clank 1, so I don't know if they have a Hydra in it, but, well, it wouldn't be out of place considering it was taken out of the game originally. It does make me wonder why they have all these Magnaboot things for the walls, though. Maybe they'll tell me.
My name is Chris Town, and I'm a tester here at Insomniac Games. Here at Insomniac, we're so hopped up on caffeine that we bounce off the walls! You can do the same with these gravity ramps.
Well, that answers that question now, doesn't it? I think they're so hopped up on caffeine because they're busy developing quality games like this one, which is fair. I don't really know how that works, but okay. Like, I don't know if maybe I can jump at it and then it'll, like, stick me to the spot. I don't know. No. Oh, well. It was worth a shot. I just find it really interesting being able to look around this place, honestly. Just to see what the developers were thinking when they're doing all this stuff. It's always nice to be able to get in their heads a little bit, you know what I mean? So. But this place is pretty big. We're going to be here for a little while. There's no map available, apparently, though. So. What do we have here?
Hi, I'm Leslie Matheson. I'm a designer here at Insomniac Games. This was intended to be the water system for Ratchet & Clank. However, as even this little patch of water taxes the game engine to its limits, a modified and severely optimized form was what eventually made it into the game. To see this patch in action, press circle.
Okay, sure. Oh, yeah, wow. Yeah, that would have been pretty impressive. Again, in 2003, seeing something like that in the game, man. They barely have those kinds of water physics and actually no, that's not even true. Nowadays they probably have quite a bit more in terms of water physics, but yeah, again, in 2003 that would have been like the next coming of I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It would have been really cool. That's all I know. Would have been really cool. Here's Oliver again.
Greetings, this is Oliver Wade, the animation director at Insomniac Games, doing an atrocious British accent. This is the original Gadgetron vendor from Ratchet & Clank 1. The official reason it was cut had something to do with saving memory. The real reason has a lot to do with squirrels, hacksaws, and our lawyers. I can say no more, because I am no longer able to do this accent.
Okay, so maybe it would have popped up out of the ground or something? I don't know, I could kind of see it doing something like that, but it might have been... They might have just figured out a different way of making it look more sleek, you know. Oh, there's a couple of help messages here, alright.
Hey, it's Tim. This monstrosity was intended to be a boss battle fought on the jet ski gadget. Seeing as the jet ski never made it in Ratchet & Clank, however, neither did this boss. May he rest in pieces.
Uh-huh. I'm guessing the jet ski is over here, unless this is just a smaller version.
Hi, my name is Sean Whistler, and I'm a tester here at Insomniac Games. This guy was originally intended to be an enemy in the ill-fated jet ski level that never made it into Ratchet & Clank 1. A moment of silence, please, for this gentle giant, torn down in his prime.
I don't see... I mean, this is a giant, but sure. Yeah, whatever you guys say. So I'm guessing that they probably wanted to implement it into the whatever level was going to have all those crazy water physics that were there, and they just they didn't have the opportunity, I would assume. All right, let's see what this one's all about.
Sean here. Don't worry, Ratchet. You wouldn't have had to fight this monster even if he did make it into the game. This giant bug ship was intended to act as scenery only, flying from place to place to ensure high detail on buildings, while leaving the play area open.
Oh, okay. I was reading the message as he was saying it, and then it sort of stopped, but alright. So, scenery stuff, interesting. Let's keep moving. It's a big place, basically, and there's a lot of different messages to look at. That doesn't seem very nice. I think you should stop that, sir. Stop it. Stop it! I don't think I can... Yeah, he's not interactable. L2 plus R2 make your own effect. Edit the effect's colors. Interesting. Let me hear a little more about this.
Hi, my name is Tony Garcia and I'm a programmer at Insomniac Games. This little demonstration allows you to create your own shot effect. Using the magic of debug technology, you can edit the shot's size and color, and then watch the bandit shoot it at the blockman. Don't feel too sorry for the blockman though, he's evil.
Oh, well, alright then. Fair enough. Edit the effect's colors. Oh my god. That is a lot. Okay. So that's essentially debug mode. Make your own effect. And you can change the... Okay. I don't think I'm going to mess around with that, but that's definitely interesting. And this lets you make your own explosion effect. I guess we'll hear about that now.
Tony Garcia here. This wonder of an explosion was created especially for Ratchet & Clank 2. Its extreme versatility allowed it to creep into many different places in the game. You'll even see it in the electrolyzer puzzles. Stand on the blue pad to make your own explosions.
And I'm guessing this is just as much, yeah, debugging. Alright. Number of moon rocks, 25. Oh boy. Is this just the section that I was going to go in? Yes, it is. Okay. Because that's the open room with all the bouncing off the walls. Yep, okay. So now at least we're connecting the dots, and I can see kind of where we need to be at the end of all this. Hello, what's this?
My name is Corey Stockton, and I'm a designer here at Insomniac Games. You may recognize this drill from Ratchet & Clank 1. It was held by a large construction worker who gives you a lump of raritanium.
I remember that guy.
This is originally a weapon called the Revolverator. Ratchet would strike enemies with it and then spin them over his head.
I think I mentioned this on the Ratchet & Clank 1 playthrough. Basically, they were going to use it as a melee weapon, similar to the Walloper, and he would spin enemies and throw them over his head, but they deemed that it wasn't good enough for the game because the spinning and throwing them over his head thing was too excuse me, it was basically causing problems when testers would use it because they would keep getting hit by other enemies. So.
Hello, this is Pedro Hastinas. I am a gameplay programmer at Insomniac Games. This dummy was created to test the new reaction system which we added to Ratchet & Clank 2. With this system, enemies would always be sure to react appropriately to being damaged without a ton of hassle. Go ahead and hit him. He won't mind.
I mean, he is evil, so... So yeah, they added in a programming thing for hit detection and everything. Enter ship. Okay then. I'm in an invisible ship. Whoa, okay, that's a mirror. Get me out of this monstrosity. Apparently there's an invisible ship here that I was just piloting. I'm not sure if there's a message for that one or not. What we got here?
Hey, this is Peter again. This was created to test screen buffer effects. Screen buffer effects are used to create things like distortion bubbles and heat hazing. This, however, ends up looking like a hall of mirrors. Can you guess why?
I would assume it's because it's reflecting my screen into this mirror to, you know, keep reflecting it like that. I don't know. Let's get in the invisible ship again. Pilot it around here, because why the hell not? Remember me mentioning it? Yeah, I thought I did. Sometimes I forget, but sometimes I remember. Oh my god, this place is enormous. I forgot how big this place is. I haven't been here in probably like 10 years. It's nuts.
Tony Garcia here. Using these 3 blue pads, you can edit the 3 particle effects in the center of the room. Go ahead, play around with them. You can achieve some truly great effects this way.
I don't think I will indulge, Tony, but I will take your word for it. Yeah, definitely not with all of this. Holy hell. But yeah, you can kind of mess around with all this stuff, make your own cool effects. It's just interesting seeing them throwing all of this stuff into the game and saying, hey, here's what we developed as developers and everything for this. It's just really cool that you can see all of this, you know what I mean? You can just stare into the bare essentials, the nuts and bolts of the game, and get an idea of their work process, you know? So, I can appreciate it. That is back where we came from. Let's go this way real quick. We'll just check this out. And then once we're done here, we're going to eventually make our way back around to where the electrolyzer puzzle is there, and we'll do that in a sec.
Hey, this is Peter again. This little widget was used to test our new chunk system. We lovingly call it the corn system. Notice how all the breakables in this game are much prettier? Well, that's corn working hard for you. Give it a whack and see what it does.
Well, alright then. Yeah, so the little particle effects from the explosions and everything like that, they custom built that for this game and it's just, like I said, just really cool seeing under the hood.
Here. Fear the random robot NPC. This robot never made it into Ratchet & Clank 1 because of the fabled Day of Poultry, when chickens swarmed over our offices and pecked the computer holding this mechanical darling to pieces. We were able to retrieve her eventually, though.
I don't know if I believe you there, sir. I don't know if I believe you. Well, she doesn't have a hitbox, so... Seems like a mean thing to do, though. I probably shouldn't have tried to take a swing at her. Doesn't seem very nice. Another ship, that one at least is visible. So...
Mike Stout here. Have you ever wanted to create your own infiltrator puzzle? Well, now you can. Just stand on the blue pad and play around with the values a bit. Confound your friends and amaze your enemies.
Oh dear God, create an infiltrator puzzle? Are you kidding me? Random seed, start time, time incorporated, path data, rather. Like, holy shit, there's a lot, oh, back end. So you can do up to 12 paths. I'm gonna have to mess around with some of this stuff later, I think. It seems like there's a lot of interesting stuff here. Alright, well this one at least is visible so we can move around with it. I'm trying to figure out, like, were they trying to make the speedometers to make it look like real life? Or, like, what's their impression there? I don't know. I think it's just because it wasn't fully implemented in the game. They probably would have turned it into something more fitting for the game's universe, I guess, but I don't know.
Here. This helmet was the original model for the Hologuise gadget in Ratchet & Clank 1. It was eventually changed to the handheld model you see in the finished game for reasons unknown. However, we once again suspect it was due to the squirrels with hacksaws.
Man, them squirrels are really crazy. They keep getting into your offices there. It's almost as crazy as water sheep getting into my streams.
Hello, I'm Carl Grande, the QA manager here at Insomniac Games. This gadget was originally intended for Ratchet & Clank 1. Unfortunately, it didn't make the cut, and so never saw the light of day. It now makes its home here at Insomniac Museum, gone but not forgotten.
Uh-huh. This might be the fabled jet ski that they were talking about. Doesn't really look exactly like a jet ski, but I think the idea is there. Is only half of my body in this thing? Oh, okay, it's just like a... That's Ratchet's, like, regular standing animation, basically, so that's what that's all about. Alright, let's see what this is, and then we'll do the electrolyzer puzzle.
Corey here. This monstrous robotic squid was created for one of the Ratchet & Clank 2 prototype levels. Since that level never made it into the finished game, however, neither did poor Squiddy.
Well, the B2 Brawler might have taken its place in spirit, though. Alright, let's see if we can open up these doors with the electrolyzer puzzle. What do we got here? That is a lot of electrolyte. I don't even know where to start. There we go. Ah, I was close. My brain was having a meltdown trying to figure out where to start there, but... Yeah, okay. This is tricky. I really want to see what's on the other side of this door, though, now. Yeah, I forgot about that one. I'm trying to remember them in my head, and it's obviously not that easy. Ooh, okay. It's 1, 1, 2. 2 for this one. Turn. 1, 2. Turn. Turn. 2. Oh, it's 2 for that one as well. Let me look at this before I try again. So once I get to this point, that one goes, then I need to switch for that one. I need to switch again for that one, and then switch for that. Okay. Let's see if I can do this time. You really got to use your peripheral vision for this one, obviously. Whoops. I turned it too early, damn it. I'm trying to be slick. Ain't working. 1, 2. Stop. Turn. Nope, okay. I went to turn it back because I was like, wait, I've turned it too early? No, I turned it just in time. 1, 2. Turn that. 1, 2, turn. Turn there. There we go, got it. Cool. Conquer not, you must have led an army of squirrels over to Insomniac. Yeah, something like that. He must have. Was looking for their beer cabinet, I'll betcha. Alright, what the hell's out here? Whoa. Man. Obelisk. Looks like something out of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Looks like the save disc from that. That's interesting. Hey, look, the buffer screen can see me out here. Alright, enlighten me. What the hell is this?
Again. These teleporters were originally intended to go into several of the levels. Due to time constraints, however, they were eventually cut.
Uh-huh. So where does... Oh. Okay then. There's more. We're inside of the obelisk. Holy shit.
Brian Allgeier here. These escalating rows of blocks were used when we were in the early stages of creating Ratchet & Clank 1. They were used to test Ratchet's jump heights and jump distances to see which would be the most fun.
Interesting. Oh, so they have a measurement system on them. Gotcha. Interesting. And they're even wall jumpable. I mean, they're not easily because, you know, it doesn't really let me jump up them, but that's alright. What do we got here?
Brian Allgeier here. These walls, which range from narrow to wide, were used to test wall kick distances for the original Ratchet & Clank.
Alright, well let's test them then. Yeah, that one works pretty well, I think. That is down there. And there's even more. It goes up quite a ways, apparently. Alright, let's go see what's down here real quick. See what happens when I start climbing the obelisk.
Brian Allgeier here. These ramps get steeper and steeper as you go on. They were used to test how Ratchet's feet respond to different floor angles. It also helped establish that a 45-degree angle was the sharpest that Ratchet should be able to walk up.
Oh, okay. So, obviously, if we get to 45, he's not going to make it anymore. There's 20, 25, 30, 35, and then the next one, 40 and 45. Get here, and yeah, he's not going to go anywhere unless you finagle it like this. You can finagle it, it's just not easy. You got to find a spot on the wall to kind of land, and obviously once you get to a 55-degree angle, it doesn't really land anymore. So, what is this? I'm surprised I can walk on this, honestly. I think this might be it though for the museum. I think after this you can just teleport back and that'll be all. Not 100% sure though. So let's just take a look at what's up here. I don't think there's anything else up here other than just like, or rather even just in the museum itself. I don't think there's anything particular in here other than just cool stuff that you could look at from the development cycle. Apparently this platform's hollow. I can't get inside of it though. Okay, well that was neato though. Like I said, I like staring under the hood at this sort of stuff because game design kind of interests me in this way. I don't think I could ever actually create a game myself, but it's just interesting seeing how the development process goes and being able to see into the think tank that the developers were using when they were creating everything, you know. So I just find it interesting. And I figured I'd show it off because I find it interesting, you know. So let's pilot our ship back over here to be with the other ship so we can head out and go back to the level proper. There we go. I wonder where it's going to leave us. Is it going to leave us back at the beginning of Bolden? Because that would actually be ideal. Think you could do some similar platforming stuff in Ratchet & Clank 1 for speedrunning it, and likely this game too. Yeah, absolutely, actually. And the funny thing is that the Insomniac Museum is actually used in the speedrun of this game itself. I'm going to max out my ammo here on these two. Excuse me. If you are doing a New Game Plus run of Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, and there's a certain category where you can just do regular New Game Plus. And it's like sub 10 minutes at this point. I think it's like 8 minutes and a few seconds or something that you can beat the game in. And the reason why you can do that is because you can basically, in New Game Plus, go to the special menu on the first area. You can go to the Insomniac Museum directly from, the specials menu here. You can visit the Insomniac Museum, and then when you leave the Insomniac Museum using that portal, it will teleport you from the beginning of the game all the way here to Planet Bolden with the fence gone. I think the fence is gone anyway. It might not be gone, but yeah, it teleports you across like 3/4 of the game, which is pretty freaking ridiculous. It's very exploitable, and that's why they made it its own category for Ratchet & Clank Going Commando speedrunning, because obviously it completely trivializes the speedrun if it's used for any other New Game Plus speedrunning, so it became its own category. Like I said before, Ratchet & Clank speedruns to me are absolutely fascinating. I love watching them. They're so cool. It's so cool seeing people doing all these platforming challenges and stuff. So if you haven't seen one, you should go watch one. It's good fun, and it's probably by Zem if you watch a more recent one, because Zem is the crazy bastard doing all the incredible speedrunning techniques all over the place in the last few years. I mean, other people are doing them. I think the Rixer does a lot of stuff, and there's several smaller guys, but Zem is kind of the forerunner, at least in my eyes, because he's the only one that I primarily know off the top of my head. I know there's another guy that's been listed in my recommended on the sidebar for Twitch, who is currently running Going Commando as a speedrun to try to get the world record. I don't know his name off the top of my head. I'll try to have it for the next time, because it's probably giving him a little bit of exposure would probably be nice. Although I say that as if I have like hundreds of viewers or something that I can just transport over to him, when in reality he has more viewers than I do. It's like, I don't know what I'm thinking there. Either way, we finished the grind rail puzzle there without really giving it a second thought. And here's the final vendor that you can use for Platinum Bolt weapon modding. So we're going to go ahead and do that. What do we have here? Lock-on mods. Don't really need those too badly just yet. I'm going to basically save the lock-on mods for last for most weapons. I'll get the acid mod for this, though. The only weapon I'm not going to save the lock-on mod for is the meteor gun, because you can get the acid mod and the lock-on mod for it. And that makes the meteor gun basically the heavy lancer, except every time you shoot it, it fires something that's like almost as powerful as a mini rocket. So it's pretty insane, and we're going to use it to the fullest effect from here on out. I'll demonstrate it in a little while once we've upgraded a few weapons and stuff. So let's see here. What do I want lock-on mods for? Weapons I'm actually using probably would be the best. So I guess I'll get it for the mini rocket. We'll get it for the plasma coil. And we'll get it for the bouncer. And I have one platinum bolt left, so blitz cannon or mini nuke? Blitz cannon. And we'll buy the other ones later. We need to get more platinum bolts, obviously, in order to buy more of them. So when we go do our backtracking, we'll come back and we'll get the platinum bolt here, and we'll buy the last of the platinum bolt stuff. So, whoa. Hold on now, gentlemen. You're not supposed to shoot at me when I can't even see you. But yeah, that takes care of all the other paths now. So now we just need to find Mr. Fizzwidget, so let's go do that. Let's keep using the spider bot for a little bit here. Again, just want to get it some experience while I have access to cover. So I don't think it can actually activate that button, though. Like, it can activate some buttons, but not all of them. So I'm going to find out right now. No, can't activate the button. I might be able to blow these guys up through the door, though. Yeah, I can. Awesome. That's the acid mod coming in hot there. Coming in handy. And it just killed those guys, too, so that helps a little bit. Alright, let's get behind some cover. Make our life a little easier. We can even go exploring if we want. Like, look, I'll go back here. We'll go look around while we're at it. There's a big courtyard full of little guys. We need to go over here and go through here to hit this button, which is activatable, to grab a platinum bolt. So we'll go do that in a minute. Let me come back around here to hit this guy first. Let the dot damage do its thing. Okay. The dot from the acid mod is very nice, so it makes killing these guys easier with the spider bot, because some enemies that would normally take 3 to kill now only take 2, so it's nice. It's rather nice. I'll grab this. And then, what's the easiest way to do this? I'm trying to think. I might just go in guns blazing, honestly. There's a lot of little guys, but I think we should be able to handle them. So, even with these guys here. Should be able to knock them into a bunch of stuff. And with the acid mod on the bouncer now, that should make its job a little easier as well. I'll still probably take some damage, but, you know, shouldn't be too bad. I think that portal up there leads to some sort of weird Easter egg in the... I'm not sure if it's there in the PS2 version, though. Or in the PS3 version. Bouncer ammo. That's nice. I think there's also the chance that there's a nanotech boost up here in the PS2 version, but I think it's like only at every certain number of hours, basically, that it could be there. Is there a guy over there? Yeah, there is. I think I got him. Yeah, got him. Alright, Sheepinator time. Gotta get that Sheepinator experience while we're at it. Might as well. And you can kill the sheep too if you want by just doing that, but I try not to murder them unless I absolutely have to for some reason. Because I don't condone violence against animals, so, you know. I try to do my part for the environment. Next section. Let's try the spider bot again. Get that ammo real quick. Let's find some of those guys that are lightly armored, because they might actually die from the spider bot here. Let's see. I'll even toss another one out. help out. There's the nanotech boost up there, actually. It's on top of this fountain. So, what do we got here? Ah. I think he died from that, so that's interesting. Again, it's the dot damage from the acid mod helping out there. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier to get through some of these sections with these guys. Anyway, let's grab this platinum bolt since we opened it up with the spider bot. Gotta use that utility to our advantage. Okay, that's another platinum bolt. How many have we gotten here now? I think that's 2. Not 100% sure, but we'll see. And the box breaker as well, by the way, it completely trivializes any problems that you had before with radioactive boxes. So if you're not a fan of radioactive boxes, if they've given you difficulty in the past, well, you can handle them now. So. I think the only real problem that I have with the Sheepinator is the annoying noise that it makes when you're shooting things with it. It's not really that bad, it's just... I could see it being grating on the ears after a while, you know? So... why don't we do this, since what's-his-face just jumped out from behind a box. Made my life living hell. Well, not really living hell. It's fine. Just, you know, less than ideal. I can't sheepinate if there's a big guy. You generally don't want to sheepinate if there's any big guys to deal with. Anything above a small enemy, you don't want to sheepinate. With one exception, and I'll tell you what it is in a little while when we get there. But before we can get there, let's get another nanotech boost. So that's pretty good. Next section. I guess I need to get a little plasma coil experience. Let's do that. The plasma coil and the mini rocket will all level up fairly slowly. So. Why don't we mini rocket you since you're all by yourself? That's generally what you want to do, is you want to use the mini rocket when enemies are by themselves, and use the plasma coil when they're in a big group. Because that will maximize your ammo efficiency there. Plasma coil works better if they're all clustered up, and mini rocket works better if they're all alone. So, yeah. Given a few tool tips for this 17-year-old game. But, I mean, I say that like, you know, oh, everybody's played it, but not necessarily, you know. Even if these tips are like, well, you know, everybody knows that, it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody actually does know that. There are people that may not have played this game at this point, so it could come in handy for someone somewhere. Can I toss this, like, here and then have it walk off? Let's see. No, not quite. Okay, well, Spider-Bot's not going to come in handy there, but I can use me handy-dandy plasma coil. Ooh, that was nice. Lots of guys there. And they're dead. Cool. See what I mean about the plasma coil? It's nuts. I don't know where that was going, but it obviously wasn't going where I wanted it to go. Nice. That went a little better that time. I guess I could have used cover and then used the spider bot, but it's alright. We'll have more opportunities to use the spider bot over time. So, like this opportunity. Right here. Even. Let me go for cover real quick. Now get behind the cover Ratchet. There you go. Thankfully, the cover just happens to be high enough so that Ratchet can just kind of poke himself behind it, poke his head out, and take pot shots. So, that's rather nice. Can I, like... I don't know if there was a guy there anymore. Actually. Oh, there was, because he dropped some bolts. Okay. The guy over here, too. And we can hit him with the explosion. And he can die. Nice. Gotta love the acid mod, man. Like I said before, the mods in this game are all great, and it makes collecting platinum bolts definitely worthwhile endeavor. So, I can appreciate and I can approve. What do we got here? Look at them all huddled in there. Boom. That should take one of them out. Yep. And that'll bring the other two in for the slaughter. Boom. Okay. Spider-Bot's getting there. That's good. Let's try the mini rocket. now that it's only one guy. Yeah, see? Like I said, Spider-Bot is a very nice utilitarian weapon. It softens enemies up for you. It makes enemy groups a little easier to deal with. If you have the opportunity to use it, it's great. I approve. Okay, before we go there, let me just see if I missed anything down here real quick. Just nanotech that I don't need. Alright, that's fine. Let's go up here. Bouncer's almost a heavy bouncer, so we might as well try and get that there while we're moving around here. People like you, actually. I forget, what was the context there, Conker? I didn't read you saying people like you, actually, until just now. Sorry, I didn't see the context. So what was the context of that statement there? I didn't see what it was. Oh, for people, I know what the context was. Never mind, I'm sorry. I'm saying that, and I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean? It's for people who haven't played the game, so people like you who haven't necessarily played this game. So I got it now. Sorry, I had to take a minute to think about it. Okay, so Plasma Coil and Mini Rocket are actually going to be better than the Bouncer here because of what we're about to have happen. So, but here's an armor vendor. And we can get new armor now, the Duraplate armor. I forget how much this one blocks. I think it's 50%. 50%. And we just so happen to have enough money to buy it, so let's buy it. I don't think I'm going to buy any more armor until later on in the game, though, now, because we do need to save up our bolts for another 100,000 bolt purchase in just a little while. I think, if I did my math correctly, we should be able to purchase the next armor upgrade, which is 250,000, and one more weapon that we can use for the game, which is 100,000. And that should all be able to happen before the end game, and we should be able to upgrade said weapon as well. So it should all happen at that point. We'll have to see how long it takes to get there, but I don't think I'm going to need to go... There's another area, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but there's another area in the game where you can go crystal hunting. It's not crystals, though, it's moonstones this time, but there's another place in the game where you can hunt for them. And they give you 3,000 bolts apiece instead of 1,000. So... but I don't think we're actually even going to need to bother with that, because I think I should have enough bolts just from doing the levels and doing the impossible challenge to where I won't need to worry about that. So, yeah, we should be fine. We'll see, though. Ow. Haha! Get me that extra experience for the mini rocket. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes, and the mini rocket is going to take us there. Nice. I could also plasma coil while I'm thinking about it. Let's see. This is where I need to go for the remainder of the level, but I want to see what's on the other side here first. Like if I go up here, you know. Let's check it out. I don't think I want to go that way. I'm not sure if I have a choice anymore, though. There we go. And I don't think I want to go that way either. Alright. Well, that answers that question. Don't go that way. Alright, let me see here. Because down here you got a bunch of little enemies, a bunch of big enemies, and, well, I'm not noticed yet, but that does offer me a bit of an opportunity now, doesn't it? Let's see how the Spider-Bot does here. See if I can... I might want to go behind this one, actually, though, because they might still be able to shoot me from the other ones, so... Alright, Spider-Bot, do you use Magna Boots things? The Spider-Bot has the Magna Boots enabled automatically. Very nice. But yeah, so you gotta keep yourself behind cover to make sure they don't shoot you there, they don't snipe you. I'll try not to catch any of the little guys, because if I catch the little guys, I'll be... it won't be as good. I would rather use the... I think they're both dead. I'd rather use the Sheepinator on the little guys, because it needs all the EXP it can get, so... Collect up a few bolts while we're at it. Why the hell not? I mean, blow up the boxes, we might as well. It's just good that the spider bot doesn't explode after contact with any surface, because if that was the case, I would have problems with some collision detection here. So, alright, one more guy we got to soften up. He will take 2 spider bots, but give plenty of experience, then we can go down there with a sheepinator and go from there. I think that's one of the main reasons why I really enjoy Ratchet & Clank 2's weapon selection, is because, I mean, the first game's weapon selection is fine, but it's not as much fun because it just does the same thing through the entire game, you know what I mean? Like, all the weapons do exactly the same thing. Meanwhile, you have weapons in Ratchet & Clank Going Commando that do a whole host of different things, and they change their functionality sometimes by the time you get into the end game or you upgrade them. And it just makes it more fun, because it's like, what am I going to get when I upgrade this thing? You know what I mean? It makes you want to upgrade as many guns as you can so that you can get all the fancy new gear, or just even make the weapon more powerful. Like, make your favorite weapons more powerful. So, it's very good. It's very good. I like it a lot. And I think, honestly, I'm probably going to mention this again when we get to the credits of the game, but basically, my thoughts when we were playing the Mega Man X series come to mind when I'm thinking of Ratchet & Clank 1 and 2 here as well, because in the X series, I said, you know, X1 is my favorite just because of the fact that everything meshes so well together, and X2 is still very good, slightly worse than X1 in my eyes. I think it's, like, inverted with the Ratchet & Clank series. I think that the mechanical changes that they made in Going Commando are good enough to trump the fact that the first game has a better story, I think. So, it's very good. It's very solid, and I think that that's why this is my favorite in the series, is because of the fact that it does a lot right. That's basically what you need to know. It does a lot right. So, I think I need to. Nope, that didn't quite work. That didn't quite work either. Alright, mini rocket time. See how far away it can hit. There we go. That'll work. Knock him right off the wall. Beautiful. So yeah, I think that the mechanical changes in this game slightly edge it out in favor for my favorite game in the series. I didn't even hit that shot, like, long range. I didn't even have a lock on. Oh, there we go. Slightly edges out the first game in terms of which one's my favorite in the series. So here's another platinum bolt, though. I think this is actually number 2, because I think the third one is still back down in that levitator section. We're gonna have to find out. Yeah, knowing tips and tricks for the games. Yeah, exactly. Yep. But it's very good. They're all very good, really. I don't really think there's ever been, in my eyes, a really, really bad Ratchet & Clank game. I just think that there are some games, like the pedigree in this series is very, very high. So sometimes some of the games in the series don't quite meet the pedigree, so it seems a little bit like they're not as good. But for the most part, the series is very good in terms of all of the games that are available for it. And if you haven't checked out the series before, I think it's a worthwhile purchase, honestly. If you have a PS3, might as well do it. If you have a PS4, your options will be slightly more limited, because you pretty much only have the Ratchet & Clank 2016 reboot. And that's probably the closest the series has come to having a bad game. It's not necessarily, like, really bad as a video game, it's just bad as a Ratchet & Clank game. It doesn't quite live up to the name of the Ratchet & Clank series. So it's only really middle of the road, I think. The reboot, that is. But it's because the first game was so good that it's just hard to measure up, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Oop, I don't think I must have gotten weird hit detection on that slowly. There we go. The dot should have wore out on these guys now, so I can just go like this and boom. Haha. Not bad. I do like how on the past couple of planets they've basically been like, well, you probably have the spider bot by now, so we're going to offer you a bunch of different options so you can upgrade that bad boy pretty easily. Like, that's pretty nice. And it's almost there too. Like, look, it's basically there. So the bouncer and the spider bot will be there soon, and then it's just the last 3 weapons that we've got, and we're in good shape after that. So, oh, here we go again with this. I'll try the bouncer here. I don't know how well it'll work on a platform section like this, but it might work okay. Yeah, we're pretty good, actually. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, Bouncer, I've underestimated you. Just rain those down on these guys. Can it get there? Yeah, it almost got there. Apparently it behaves appropriately for gravity here, unlike the cage matches. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Goodbye. Alright, oh, I was gonna say, where's it gonna open up to? Here we go. Go on, get off my cloud. Aha! There we go. So now we have the heavy bouncer. This does not really change the bouncer's functionality, it just makes it more powerful. But the bouncer's functionality was already really good, so yeah, it's solid no matter what. It's just better now, really. Oh no, wait, I know where the third platinum bolt is. So you can actually see it from here, it's right up there. But as soon as we walk into this next room, we're going to get into a cutscene, and we're automatically going to be shot off into a different planet. So you need to come back here anyway to get the platinum bolt. So we'll come back here when we're done doing other backtracking later on. But you can normally just swing shot up there, but if you try to do it here, you can't quite get to it before the cutscene plays. No.
Would you like a free proto-pet sample? Available today.
They must have repurposed him from Tadano. What?
Oh no. The two of yous are under arrest for attempting to bump off Mr. Fizzwidget.
Damn it, my pizza party!
Save it, Fuzzy. You're not fooling anyone. Metal Buddy just earned yourselves a trip to our new prison. Watch this.
Oh boy.
Thugs for Less Prison would like to wish you a happy incarceration.
Poolside
orientation.
Poolside orientation?
One-on-one with a galactic nutritionist. This professional will ensure that you're eating a species-appropriate diet for your entire stay. Next, come check out our
They brought Helga back.
Trainer. Remember, a prison term can feel twice as long if you're not in proper shape.
Well, that makes sense.
And for those times when you're just feeling...
Oh, is that his day job?
Come talk it out with one of our 10 full-time life coaches. They'll help you find your smile again. Thugs for Less Prison. Experience the maximum in security.
You know, it doesn't sound half bad, actually.
What'd you think of that?
That didn't seem so bad. I assume you have provisions for vegetarians.
Wait.
Of course.
Vegetarian? How?
Wait a minute. You, take them away. And impound their ship, too.
Oh, great. Well, now we're in jail. Fantastic. I mean, the digs didn't sound too bad, though. It sounds like it's pretty good. Like, your stay is going to be pretty solid while we're here, but we do have things to do, so we might want to, you know, bust out.
Hey.
What are you doing? Where did you get that cup?
Our surroundings, and I'm afraid that there is absolutely no means of escape.
Great.
Except that.
Okay, then.
Someone's got a girlfriend.
I will be right back.
Yeah, go follow your girlfriend.
Stop for anything along the way.
Oh my god, he's never gonna come back at this rate, Ratchet. Okay, we're back in control with Clank because he's the only one that can make it through this little section here. I mean, I could probably send a spider bot through, but let's just let Clank have a little bit of time in the sun. How about that? He hasn't had a level in a while. He unfortunately still only has 4 nanotech though, so but he does have a new buddy here, Hammerbot. So that's pretty nice. Hammerbot will help us with some of the little sections here. Come along there, Private. We've got things to do. Get on the elevator. There we go. So yeah, if we want to make our daring escape, we need to let Clank do a little bit of work here. And his hammer, man. Bah! Thank you, sir. You're going to need to use it again over there. I can get through here with no problems, but you're going to need to use it there so you can get down here for me. And one more for the road. Thank you. Don't worry, I'll be back for you. Alright, so we'll take care of those guys in a moment. Let's just grab a little bit of spare change for the road before we make our grand escape. Every little bit will help us move towards the next purchase that we need to make. So, So essentially, once we get out of here and we get to the point where I'm in a good position to do the impossible challenge back on Jobo, we basically have 215,000 bolts. There's another opportunity later in the game to earn about 90,000 bolts by doing another set of ship missions. So yeah, we will definitely have enough money to get everything else that I want to purchase. So that's good. Would laugh if the voiceover for that ad was one of the henchmen in Thugs for Less that looks super macho. Just doing that. Experience the maximum in security. Yeah. Where's the weapon to smash a face in the face? I don't have the Walloper in this one, Rockin' Fun, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get that. I'll see what I can do, though. And hello, Rockin' Fun. How you doing? Just the stark difference in appearance and voice is always something to see. Yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, having that, like, you know, that nice voice, and then all of a sudden you just see it's one of the Thugs for Less guys. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. Yeah. Been a little while. How's everyone doing since? Been doing pretty good so far. Playing through my favorite game in the series, so gotta be doing pretty solid. I told you I'd be back for you, Hammerman. Of course, now you're gonna have to hammer us up here, so you can't come along for the ride. Sorry, it's a little... we need you on the other end of the fulcrum. Thank you. Alright, gentlemen, enter the door. Let's move along. Thank you. Alright, let's see what we got here. Come here, you! Oh god, that's, well, alright then. I think I'll come back for those boxes later. How about that? I could probably go get them, but, yeah. Not worth it, I don't think. Dealing with the big guys without any of these Megacorp bots is not really ideal. With them, though, it should make this a little easier. Go get them, boys! Thank you. I think here on a speedrun you can push past these guys, but, well... I'm just gonna do it the normal way. Thank you. Alright, why don't you guys wait here while I go get your brother. Oh, there he is. And go ahead and enter the door for me, please. I'm gonna go down and get some bolts. If I can get there. I don't know, is it gonna let me just jump back up when I go down here? How's this work? Oh, okay. Got it. Doing good, continuing your P5 file, yes. Ratchet 2 may be a bit softer on the story and a bit unfinished in some parts, but it's easily an A tier. Really dig how they went full sci-fi, big guns, chainsaw robots in this game too. Yeah, I really dig the aesthetic of the whole thing too. I've been talking a little bit about the story though, and how, I don't know, I still think that the story is good. Like I said before, I don't think it's as good as the first game, but I think the comparison I was making before was between Mega Man X and Mega Man X2, only in reverse for me. For me, X1 was the better of the two, but the mechanical changes in X2 made it a lot of fun to play anyway. For me, Going Commando's mechanical changes kind of trump the fact that the story is slightly less good in the second game over the first game. Like, just the way that you use the guns and the way that you're able to strafe and do all this other stuff, your guns upgrade, you get upgrades to your nanotech. It's really nice. I like it. Well, we caused a power failure, so that should help Ratchet escape a little bit. Oh, emergency generator's online. All right. Okay, I got all my nanotech back. Good. Well, before we go messing around here, let's see if we can get the spider bot upgraded. Does that kill these guys? No, the dot doesn't quite kill them. That'll kill them that way. And I need one more for that guy. They're apparently murdering the rest of the prisoners, though, which is not exactly... I mean, that wasn't in the brochure, guys. Come on now. Why are you about to do me dirty like this? Like, I'm just trying to break out of prison. I guess they didn't expect anyone would want to break out of prison, though, so maybe that's why they're so inhospitable. Oh, yeah, and we don't have Clank for this part, so we kind of got to make it out of here as if we were playing it in the original section of the game. I'm going to max out on ammo, just for the hell of it. Just because we're almost there with the spider bot. Oh yeah, a new weapon, 2 new weapons for that matter, become available here. The first one is the Megacorp version of the Rhino. It's the Zodiac. It's bad. it's fine if you're facing a giant room full of a lot of enemies, but it's bad. It's not as good as the Rhino 2. It's not even worth the 1.5 million bolts at any point, because each thing of ammo for it, if I recall correctly, is 10,000 bolts. So it costs more to get the ammo for the Zodiac than it does to buy. It costs as much to buy the chopper and the seeker gun as it does to get one ammo in this thing. And it basically nukes the entire screen, but yeah, it's not really good. I don't like it at all. The shield charger is our last purchase, though, in terms of weapons for the game. We need 100,000 to grab it, and it will give us a force field, which adds to our defense considerably. And when it's upgraded, it's probably the best weapon in the game for taking out lightly armored enemies. So it's like a guaranteed purchase for me, and we will have a chance to use it eventually. We got to get out of here first, though, so we're gonna do that first. This looks right for plasma coil over here, because there's 3 of them, and they're all about to get zapped off. Yep, nice. Alright, off we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, here they come. I got one of them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watch where you're pointing that thing. You're going to hurt somebody. I thought you guys were the maximum in security for your prisoners and your everything else. I don't know. Well, anyway. Let's just go here. I can dig the escape music, too. It's pretty nice. I think the dot might murder these guys by the end of it. End of its lifespan. Maybe not. Well, that'll murder them. That's for sure. I keep going to use a long jump as if I have Clank with me. That's how long it's been since we've not had Clank. Oh well. Let's see what we got here. Playing P3 as well. Yep, decided to boot up PS4 after a long time. Wanted to check your progress on P5. Where you booted up, you were in Size Palace. Spent a good while just listening to the theme until you actually wanted to make progress again. See, that makes sense. Yeah, Size Palace theme is really good. So, yeah, and it's in a part of the game that's very enjoyable, I find, as well. So, absolutely. Also upgrade the overall level design of the combat sections. Also, Deadlocked used quite a lot of Ratchet 2 robots with upgraded designs. Sounds like I'm going to like it already. I'm going to know better in a little while. In a few months, because I will be moving on to Up Your Arsenal in a few months after I do, after we move to the next set, and then we'll be moving on to Deadlocked after that. So, all right, Spiderbot, it's time to shine. Let's get you fully upgraded, so you can become useful as hell. Okay, that wasn't quite enough. One more should be enough. Really? Must be like right on the cusp. Alright, that's fine. Oh, nothing in there. We'll find another way to upgrade it in a little bit then once I get out of here. Okay, back with Clank. So yeah, you gotta keep switching perspectives here so that each hero can do their own thing to get out of the ship. So we're gonna play as Clank now to get through this part. Another continue point. I must have broken these with the box breaker with Ratchet. He must be like just above where Clank is or something. Interesting. Let's see, there's a bridge bot down there. Does the lava rise all the way to that platform? I don't think so. No, it doesn't quite. Alright, well, down we go. Like how the robots look in Ratchet 2, you're gonna love them in Deadlocked. It should be fun. I think the whole series is gonna be a fun play, so. But we won't have long to wait for them. I just got to do a couple other things first. Unfortunately, the only thing that might be a little bit of a slog is that we're going to have to wait through Gothic 3 to play Ratchet Deadlocked. But as I said previously, I have a plan for how I'm going to handle Gothic 3. And you can see what the plan is right now if you go over to the Stream Suggestions document, because there has been a change to the Stream Suggestions document since previously. Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't realize you were coming along there, Bridgebot. I should have gone back for you. My bad. Yeah, there has been a change to how I'm handling the stream suggestions, and it's not anything that anybody here has to worry about. It's only things that people who are egregiously disruptive, we'll say, have anything to worry about. And they're not present at the moment, so... Yeah, it basically affects a very small amount of my audience. But yeah, so Gothic 3 is going to be done my way with my rules, rather than the audience's way with their jank-ass rules. But I will. I have a plan for it, so it shouldn't be as unenjoyable as Gothic 2 was, both from a technical standpoint of the game itself, and also from the standpoint of watching it as somebody who isn't a fan of the Gothic series. So, oh, I don't think you're gonna make it, little buddy. Yeah. Just gonna grab that real quick. Oh, there you are. All right, let's try this again. Damn. He's pretty handy with that chainsaw there. How about third time's the charm? There we go. Gotcha. Grab that up. Let's get Hammer Man back again. Hello, Bridgebot. Thank you for coming along. I forgot to tell you to retract again, but that's okay. Alright, I think you gotta wait out the hammer animation before you can tell him to hit it again, so like wait it out and then wait for him to salute, and then you're good to hit him again, so. There we go. The base armor is literally a robot design, especially the helmet. Yeah, for sure. Ratchet & Clank PS2 Quadrilogy, it's always fun. Yes, exactly, yeah. It's always fun no matter what, I find. It's like I said before, I said it on the first episode, these games have aged very well considering when they came out. That's why they've always been my favorite out of the, like you got your Jak and Daxter, your Sly Cooper, and your Ratchet & Clank. Those were the big three of the PS2's platformers. The Ratchet & Clank has always been my favorite, and it shows. This is why. It's because it ages so well. It never gets old for me, personally. So, I might be slightly biased, but I think that it's fair. It's a fair statement to make. So, that's not bottomless, is it? No, it's not. Okay, cool. And go ahead and entree there, boys. Thank you. Let's retract the bridge as well. There we go. Come along with me, or actually don't, because I think you can't come out here. Well, thank you for the help, though. Alright, Clank, let's get the hell out of here. And now we're back with Ratchet. Hold on a second, let me see what else I missed in the chat there. Saved Haru for last, or didn't care too much about her. Planning to give Shido a very Merry Christmas present when you see him for the last time in his palace. Yeah. Okay, you'll check. Big red letters. Yes, you found the spot that I was talking about. Yep, exactly. A lot of the confidants are only a level or two away, and she wasn't always available to hang out with. So she ended up being the last confidant to max out. That's usually how it is, though, with Haru, though, Conker. She usually is one of the last ones you max out. I fluked out on mine because I think in my playthrough I ended up maxing out Futaba's and Mishima's after Haru's was already done. But that's because I used, like, literally every day Haru was available, I hung out with her. Because I was like, oh, I'll get the other ones, it's fine. And then I almost didn't get Mishima's done. So, have in mind, she ended up being the last one. Haru left super late too. Yes, exactly. Everyone's going to show up in their Christmas outfits, of course. Yeah, unfortunately she does. She always want to forget about their existence. Well, you show up in the Christmas outfits, you can give them a very nice gift. A swift kick in the balls.
Hey, check this out. Another wrench.
Pretty nice. It goes right with your armor. Okay, then. I still don't know why you keep throwing them away again. I'm pretty sure you probably threw away a family heirloom when we threw away the original wrench for the blue one, but I'm not going to judge. It's fine. It's just the mindset in this galaxy, I think. Everything is utilitarian. Gotta make sure it has some use. Well, mini rockets should see some good use here. Because of the way that the gravity works here, you pretty much, as soon as you blow them up, they fall right off into their deaths, which will get us a decent chunk of experience. So, yeah. Oh. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know where I'm going here. How about plasma coil? There we go. Beautiful. And we even got some of the ammo back for it. Good. Finally done with your exams. Oh, good, good. So you finally got them all taken care of. That's nice. It's got to be a load off your shoulders then, at the very least. A weight off your back. You know, those are. I don't know if those expressions translate into French. I'm not sure if they're. If you know what I mean by that, but it's got to be a lot less stress. That's basically what they mean. Oh, this looks familiar.
So, Did you run into your little friend out there?
I do not know what you mean.
Love the little side eye he gives him there. He's like, yeah, you sly dog, you. I know exactly what you're talking about. Anyway, we need to unimpound our ship now, so that's what we're going to go do. There's a few other places we can explore as well, so we're going to go do that. But before we do that, we need to go over here real quick, grab these, and then I also need to jump off to my death. No, not really. I'm jumping off, but for something. Yeah, as you can see, if you hover down here, we might be able to get to this platform. I'm not sure if I have enough height. I think I do. Yeah, we might have to grab the ledge, but yeah, there we go. To get another platinum bolt. Very good. Very, very good. Only took a whole fucking month. Yeah. Yeah, it was. I'm sure it was a lot. That's for sure. Was that only 4 levitator? That's interesting. Well, we made it anyway. I guess it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's the platinum bolt for here. So, do I need anything from here? I don't think so. I think we're pretty good. Yeah, it's just the shield charger really that we're looking to get now. So, excuse me. And actually, I kind of made it. It's a bit of a misnomer when I said, "Oh yeah, we're definitely going to have enough money," because we're about to make a purchase coming up that's worth for 20,000 volts, I think. It basically is for something that we need that I was talking about earlier in the episode. And then there's another set of coordinates that we're going to need to get later on in the game, if I remember correctly, that costs 40,000 volts. So we actually need a 410,000 total in order to get everything. So right now we're sitting at, with the Impossible Challenge and the other ship missions, we're sitting at 330,000. So we still need to find a few bolts, but yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, don't worry. You get a lot of bolts over the course of this game. We should be able to make enough of a purchase. And I still don't think we're going to be needing to do any moonstone hunting on Grelben when we get that far. So, man, this is a quick one. Oh God, get under. There we go. Phew. Okay, go up and up. Damn it. I didn't do that right. Is this the correct way to go? No, this way is the split in the path. You actually have to go up there in order to unimpound your ship, so this way is different. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. I might have started with less fuel there as well. Oh, God. Almost didn't make it that time either. Well, we're good now. Got the continue points, so that's all that matters there. Hey, it's the plumber guy. How did you get here?
Here's the problem.
Wow.
Excuse us, sir. What are you doing here in this galaxy?
Yeah.
I can't control where things break. I just fix them.
Surely someone in this galaxy can.
Shh. I know that, but they don't.
Oh, okay.
Travel time and travel expenses.
That's not a bad deal. Hmm.
Ew. What's that?
Oh.
Some dead-burned fool flushed this perfectly good Quark action figure.
How convenient.
That's a little ripe, but look at that craftsmanship.
That's a Solana Galaxy favorite. Do I want to buy it? You know, if I was anyone else, no, I wouldn't want to buy the thing you just pulled out of the sewer. But I actually need that, so I'm going to buy it right now. How very convenient.
There you go, pal. See you in another year or so.
What do you mean by that?
Well, this is where the plumber starts to sort of lampshade things as if he was one of the developers, basically. That's where they sort of started getting the idea, and they implemented it later on in the future series where he was basically a lampshaded developer. He sort of has access to the script, basically, so he knows when things will happen and why. But, yeah, so he's providing something that we need that's perfectly convenient, that we wouldn't be able to get anywhere else, and now he's going to be back in a year or so, apparently, when the next game happens, so that's just great. Finished all the nighttime confidants a while ago, been using that time to try to get the trophy for beating all the video games. Ah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's a good thing to do. It's and I think you get some pretty decent social stats out of it, but I think by this point you probably have maxed out social stats, so... You finished your rewatch of Cowboy Bebop? Oh, okay, nice as well, yeah. Final episode's still one of the best things that ever happened in the Japanese animation world. Can't explain with mere words how amazing the finale of Bebop is. You're very tempted to rewatch the series for you forgot how many times I forget how many times you've seen it. Ah, okay. Gotcha. I'm sure it was just as good as everybody's saying. I don't know yet because I haven't watched it, but maybe one day. Hey, I got it first try again. Making these infiltrator puzzles look easy. They're not, just for clarification, but you know, making them look easier than they actually are. That is very high lava. Okay. Alright, so now let's go through the actual path, if it'll let me. Lower. Lower there. A little lower. If we had junk, you'd be gay right now. Anyway, let's unimpound our ship now that I've made that old reference. Oh, that doesn't sound very pretty. Okay, I get the electric fences and everything. There's probably electrical currents moving through the ship, but what's the drill for? Like, hello? I wasn't sure if I was going to make it through that, to be honest. I mean, I guess it's just an obstacle for the levitator, but, like, what's its functionality in the ship itself, you know? That's the part I don't get. Alright, let's wait this out. Okay. Well, that kind of worked. Whoa. Gotta be a little careful there. Alright, here we go. And let's see if we can figure out one of these consoles unimpounds our ship. And there's some coordinates here. Oh. Whoa.
This ship just returned from a megacorp distribution center, and I think I found the answer to...
Oh, God, Angela, come on.
Hey, who's there?
Meow.
Wah, wah.
Wait a minute. What are you doing here? Sending a message to your little pals, huh?
Something like that.
Goodbye, boys.
Well, that's not good. We should probably go rescue her, I think.
Whoa. Did you see that?
Yes, Angela knows how to defeat the proto-pet.
Yes.
And she does a terrible cat impression.
And we have to rescue her from the thugs.
Agreed. We need that answer.
And we have to protect her.
Okay. I will upload the coordinates.
I mean, Ratchet was just talking about, hey, someone's got a girlfriend. Apparently, Clank doesn't know how to turn it around on him yet. His sarcasm routines haven't developed yet. Well, anyway, we just unimpounded our ship with that big red button, so that's kind of nice. What the fuck? Sorry. It was a quote. I was quoting TFS from the Namek saga. So, it just seemed appropriate. It was the first thing that popped into my head when I was saying, no, go lower with the lava. Finish a rewatch of Kill la Kill 2. Oh, nice. Wow. Enjoyed it way more than the first time I saw it. I love how awkward the whole dialogue was. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the dialogue with Ratchet and Clank there. Yeah, it's nice that it's like... It's just completely like, oh, well, you know, someone's got a girlfriend, but then he doesn't expect that Ratchet might feel the same way about apparently another member of his species that may or may not be a Lombax, according to Insomniac. I don't know what they're thinking in terms of that. Anyway, Thugs for Less Fleet on Gorn. You know what, before we go there, though, let's go back to Tadano and see if we can trade What's-His-Face, the collectible that we just got. Is there anything? Just that one platinum bolt, really, that's there. And then I think I'm good in that regard. Yeah, so let's go back and get the armor magnetizer from the crazy Quark fan. And then we'll go to Gorn. And then we might end it for the night? I'm not 100% sure. Because we got to do... Let me think about this. So... If I go for 3 hours today and then 3 hours tomorrow, I might be able to beat the game. Because after this, we got to do Gorn. We got to do the Impossible Challenge. We got to do Snivelak. We got to do the Distribution Center. Grelban 1. Algon City. Grelwin 2. And then Yeedle. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know. I think I'll just figure it out. Let's go get this, and then I'll figure it out when we're done with Gorn. How about that? Oh, hello. Get sheepinated, boys. Oh. And you too. Okay, there wasn't one there this time. Alright. Where am I going? I'm going into the distribution center, so... Let me, or not, yeah, I gotta go into where the sheepinator was, so... Can I, like... I don't think I can do what I want to do here. So, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna use the mini rocket on this guy. Because I didn't shoot the missile at him this time. Ow. There we go. Not so bad. And it should get a good chunk of experience for the mini rocket there. Don't worry about it if your sheepinator isn't fully upgraded as well for the section that I am going to be going to. I'm not sure if I'm... See, here's the thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to do Snivelac before I do... Like, Rock and Fun will know what I'm talking about, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do Snivelac before doing the Impossible Challenge. And if that's the case, I'm not sure if I want to do the Impossible Challenge today. That's something I got to figure out. So I'll think about it while we're doing this and then going to Gorn. How about that? I guess we could do it maybe just today to get it over with. I have everything I need to do it now, so it'll probably go fine. Well, I don't have everything I need right now, but as soon as I have the armor magnetizer, I will have everything that I need in order to beat it, so... Excuse me. Good lord. Alright, so there should be a big guy over here. We'll just use a spider bot to get rid of him like we did last time. And it should upgrade once we're done with it, so... Can I, like, wall hacks this thing? Like, make it go over there? Yep, I certainly can. Acid mod should make it a little easier to kill him as well. Just wait for the dot to go away, and then hit again. Excuse me. Okay. One more should do it. Yep. And there we go. So the Spider Bot Glove has now upgraded into the Tank Bot Glove. Difference between the Spider Bot and the Tank Bot is that now it's not just a remote bomb. You have 30 seconds to walk it around just like before, but it also has access to a missile. Well, it's more of a bomb, really. Hang on, I'll even show it to you. See? Bomb. You could blow it up with circle, and I didn't show it. Let me show it here. If you press square, it can fire off little shots, which takes care of small enemies pretty handily. Spamming the bomb takes care of big enemies really handily, though, so I find that that's a very easy way to take care of them, so I'm just gonna... There we go. We got a follower. Let's take a look. What we got here? Zoc Games, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Oh, TFS, it's been a while. Yeah, yes. I think it's been so long that little exchange, that dialogue that I was talking about there might have exited everyone's memory, you know? Since you're done with Bebop and Kill la Kill, that means it's lane time, boy! I'm not ready. Stay alive, Rock, stay alive. I waited so long for this that now that you're actually scared to start watching it, you can finally do it. Also listen to some of the OST, and God, there's some amazing tracks, though. They're special. I say go for it, Rockin' Fun. You've waited this long, you've gotten everything done for yourself. It's a nice treat for yourself, you may as well. Alright, Benjamin Diskin, here, have the Cork action figure.
Cool.
Maybe I shouldn't tell him where it came from. The humidity already got to him, but, you know. Anyway, we got the armor magnetizer. Nice. So that's really all we needed. Because now it's similar to in the first game where you get the I don't think it's called the armor magnetizer in the first game, but there is something similar where it makes it so bolts and ammo and everything fly to you from further distances. So that is essentially all we needed. So that's good. Let's see here. So Gorn next. And then I think I'm going to do the Impossible Challenge today, actually. I don't know if it's a good idea because we may end up having a bit of length on the stream this time because of the fact that, you know, we've got to... we've got to do the impossible challenge, but yeah, it should be fine. So anyway, like here's an example for the armor magnetizer. If we hit all these, see they come in from very far away now, so it's pretty nice. So it makes it so that when you're using the box breaker, it's a lot more useful now because of the fact that it just moves everything in so much farther from away from where you were. So. Just came in, heard you talking. Within a few words, you were like, sympathetic, and he's playing your favorite childhood game. Shut up and have my follow. I appreciate it, Zoc. Thank you for taking the time. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? It is a good day to play Ratchet & Clank. That's all I know. Alright, so let's go do Gorn next. We'll see how long the challenges take me to do. If it goes as smoothly as Frugus Cloud and Feltzen went, then we should be able to do the Impossible Challenge tonight without me going to like 3 hours and 30 minutes. But, yeah, we'll see. We've been at it for about 2.5 at this point. So, it doesn't matter, I guess. It's not a big deal. But this will get us an extra 90,000 bolts, which is enough for the shield charger. So, that will, at the very least, come in handy when we go do the Impossible Challenge. So... Good, how about you? Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I don't know if you caught it from earlier, but this is my favorite game in the series, Going Commando, so, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing very good today, because I'm playing a game that I enjoy very much. Whoa! I don't enjoy getting shot at very much. And 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. Well, anyway, we gotta defeat the Thug Fleet, so let's go do that. I think this is the one with the 4 big ships, so I might want to use torpedoes here. Yeah, because the torpedoes are useful for large, slow-moving objects. So that's what we're going to use here. So let's see what we can do. Let's just blast them off. And these things can take a beating, though, I'll tell you what. They can take 3 of my mega torpedoes, so that's pretty impressive, all things considered. Next one is off in this direction. There you are. Alright, got that one. So that's 3 left on the torpedoes. Just gotta be careful with that. I gotta make sure that my ammo doesn't go too far. I'll probably have to start using missiles at some point. Or I could use the nuke. I do have it, so... Oh, I got away with only 2 torpedoes there. Nice. Let me see. Where is the last ship that is off over here? Alright. Up there you are. Alright, let's see how you like this! Oh, he actually took it. Yeah. That's impressive, actually. I didn't expect him to actually take it. Jesus. There's a lot of other ships, by the way, that are shooting at you while you're here, but they're, at this point, because we have all the upgrades on the ship, they're pretty much worthless. It's not even... There's nothing for us to worry about.
Looks like the thugs moved Angela out of this quadrant. See if you can pick up any transmissions on the deep space channels.
Let's see.
What is your problem? Trying to make a living here, and you 2 losers keep lousing it up.
I would think that's why you have security.
Look, if you 2 don't hightail it back to your own galaxy, I'm gonna blast you into so many pieces you'll need well, there's gonna be a lot of them. I can tell you that.
You should have thought of that one-liner before starting this transmission.
Trying to find me, 'cause I've got wind.
I
mean, I'm like the wind. You never know where I might show up next. And I blow hot, and I can be cooling on a warm summer day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you get the idea. Goodbye, morons.
I will break you as easily as I break wind.
Transmitted his exact location.
Evidently not.
He's about to find out.
Yeah, because that's where we're going. Not next, but soon. So. Ratchet for favorite childhood game, man of culture. Usually don't even follow that fast because you like to keep your follow list as clean as possible. I totally get it, Zoc. I'm exactly the same way. My follow list is pretty much just people that I auto-host and just a few friends that have... I mean, I auto-host the friends as well, but it's like just people that I auto-host and a few friends that I've been following forever. So I totally get the wanting to keep the list of follows clean. Hopefully, you'll stick around for a little while. I don't always play Ratchet & Clank games. I play a variety of different games. But, yeah, we're doing this for now as a bit of a side project from other games that I'm doing, so. One and Deadlocked were your shit back then. Spent so much time playing and replaying them again and again and again. At least someone remembered both their names. Yeah. Instead of Ratchet and the Metal Guy, yeah. But yeah, so I can totally get that too, Rockin' Fun, because it's I've replayed these games so many times it's ridiculous. What do you usually play? That's an interesting question and a difficult one to answer. Most recently, so I play sets of games, right? Usually it's a set of 3 different games. I pick a game that I want to play. A game that is popular, suggested by popular vote by the viewers is played, and then one other game chosen at random that the viewers have suggested is then played. So there's always a big variety. Like just in this set of games alone, we've had The Outer Worlds, Ratchet & Clank 1, Resident Evil 7, Ratchet & Clank 2, this one, and then after I'm done with this, I'm going to be playing Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. So that should give you an idea of the breadth of different games that are played here. This is essentially like walking onto my stream is like taking a time capsule back to YouTube in 2010 when gaming channels were just getting started and everybody was just playing whatever the hell they want. So if that gives you a bit of an idea, that's usually how it goes around here. So Mono, you silly suggestions is not a genre. I mean, it may as well be around here. So, but yeah, if there's a game you want to see played as well, Zach, you can always make a suggestion. The stream suggestions document is below the stream. It is on a panel that says suggest a game. And you can see what games we are playing in this set, what games are already suggested, and everything like that. So, I try to keep things interesting around here. Hopefully it works out. Alright, so let's do the second challenge here. We can fight the bandits. You know what I might do, actually, is I might go do Snivelac to end off the night, because Snivelac should be pretty quick. The boss fight there usually takes a long time to do, but the way that I'm going to do it, it won't take very long at all, so we should be able to do it there. But let's finish the challenges here first. Alright, enemy ships 32. Let's pop the nuke so that in case they're in a big cluster, which it looks like they are, I can just do this. Yeah. That should make it a lot easier. Alright. The nuke is so nice. It's just, it makes these ship missions go so much faster. I love it. And I'm not sure if we're going to have enough Veritanium. We need 45 to get the hyperspace warp. If we don't have it, I'll probably go grab some just from elsewhere. But, you know. Alright, let me turn around real quick so I can come back on these guys. Kind of catch them off guards. I should probably equip missiles too, because that'll make it a little easier to take out their elite ships. There we go. Well, we got 30. We're getting there. But yeah, these missions, these ship missions offer a lot of bolts, so it makes it a lot easier to go buy things that you might need after this, because you get 30,000 from this one, and if you beat the next one, you get 35. So that's just an easy 90,000 bolts if you've done some Veritanium grinding, so. Don't play the Ratchet Future Series before you play it. Yeah, it's probably going to be a little while before I play the Future Series. I try to spread out projects like that so that it isn't like saturation of the same type of game over and over again. So it'll probably be, I'm going to say at least a year before I start the Future Series, to be honest with you. Because I still got to get through Up Your Arsenal and Deadlocked, and that'll be in the coming months. So there's a ghost ship that we have to beat now, apparently. Shoot it while it has solid form. Well, there it is. There's also regular ships, so what I'm going to try to do, though, is I'm going to equip the nuke, and I'm going to try to do this. Just hit as many of the regular ships as I can with the nuke. Okay, I got to come around again so that I can equip torpedoes. There we go. Let's roll around so we can hit the other guys while they're flying towards me. Should make it a little easier. They're the lightly armored ships from the Felsen system, so they're really not that hard to... Oh god. Let me not crash directly into the ship there, and then we'll be fine. I think it's losing its corporeal form. Yeah, it is. Okay. Taking a beating here, though, from the sustained fire from the little ships. I'm just going to try to bob and weave if I can. Alright, we're not quite done yet. This ghost ship takes a beating, though. Like, it's a really... It takes a really long time to kill it, so... Let me try to get it before it... Okay, plus it's not corporeal anymore. It's ethereal. I don't think those guys ever stop spawning, either, the other ships, so... There we go. Finally got it. Awesome. And that's 30,000 bolts. And I'm getting a message from the Colonel. Hold on. It's a text message. It's from Call. Alright. Oh yeah, it was different but still lovable. Played living... Oh, you can say shit around here. I don't care, Zoc. This is not a PG stream. I think he blew me up. Well, all right then. I don't think I've ever sat on the thing and let them shoot me like that. That's interesting. Out of Gladiator as well. Yeah, we'll be playing both in the future, so not to worry. There will be things to watch. Let's see. So race through the docking bays. Okay, so the last race with Ace Bunyan. Again, if we finish this without missing a single ring, we'll get a platinum bolt. So let's see if we can do it. He is faster now than he was, though, and I think the rings are kind of in obnoxious places now. So let's just get ahead of him. There we go. And it's the same as it was. Just you know, accelerate on the straightaways or when it's far away from a ring, and you should be okay. Keyword is should. We're gonna find out in a minute. There we go. Can't really accelerate anymore, so I've got a fairly good lead for right now, so let's just wait it out now. Especially in these tight turning sections. So, I can accelerate here though. I remember one of the rings here being a particular bastard to get, but we'll see. If I remember right, it's kind of often like a weird place and like you can't immediately see it coming out of one of the sections. I forget though. Maybe it's here. Nope. That wasn't too bad. Gotta be a little finicky though with the controls, so. Alright, so the next one is below this one. There we go. The lightning, though, is not very nice. It definitely adds a bit of a challenge to it because you can't quite necessarily see the rings directly in front of you if you're flying directly towards them, and so the lightning sort of messes with my eyes, you know? It makes my eyes want to bug out of my head. It's fine. I'll be fine. It's just adding an additional challenge. It's like in Tetris Effect when the effects happen on the screen and you have to deal with the, you know, you have to deal with the effects happening while you're playing Tetris, so that's a thing. But we did all the ship missions, so that's good. And that means everything on Gorn is done, and all we've got left now is the Thug HQ on Snivelac. That's not the end of the game, but that's probably the last thing we're going to do tonight. So let me just see if I can get it done in a timely fashion, and then we'll move right along. What'll probably happen next time is I'll probably go for a little bit of length on the next episode as well. We'll go do the Impossible Challenge first thing next time. And then we'll move along with the story. I'm probably not going to show any moonstone hunting other than what I have to do in order to do the plot. So, but we may actually be able to beat the entire game next time if I can move at a good clip. We'll see. So, Gladiator Deadlock is so good. You'd kill for a proper PS4 port for sure. Let's love the HD ports. Yeah, last proved the HD ports suck. But yeah, the HD port of Deadlocked I've heard was not so great because it had a lot of issues with like graphical quality stuff and everything. So they did what happened with Crash Bandicoot, complete rewrite from the ground up. Sound like a short, you say no. Well, yeah, if you do it the long way, it's not short, but I'll show you a shortcut that I'm going to do right about now. So I'm going to buy the shield charger when we get there, though, because that way I'll have it available for when we move along. I'm actually going to take the spider bot glove. No, actually, I'm not going to take it out of my inventory. I think I'm going to use it for this section. So we do need to get a nanotech boost right near the beginning, though. So I'll do that, and then we'll. Oh, there's the vendor. Just grab this stuff. Get quite a few bolts from these first few boxes when you first arrive at the planet, so that's kind of nice. The nanotech boost is at the end of this thing, all the way at the top there. You can't see it because it's outside the draw distance, but just take my word for it, it's there. Alright, so we need shield charger, and now we're done buying weapons for the entire game. There are other weapons I haven't bought yet, but they're ones that I don't personally plan on using, so this is what the shield charger does. It gives you a shield, and it will absorb a certain amount of damage and take hits from a few enemies before dissipating. It gains experience by killing enemies, though, so it's actually going to come in handy with the Sheepinator as a weapon that you use against small enemies. And thankfully, in a couple of planets, we're going to have access to an ability to really kill a lot of small enemies that way. So, let me see here. I don't want to do this, because I got to fix this a little bit. I need the swing shot for the thing, so let's put the decoy glove here for now, because that's what I'm going to need in just a few moments once we get across here. So, you really got to hit that correct, and I don't think I did. No, I did not. Alright. In order to get that proper, so let's see if I can go back. Like, you got to get maximum momentum, basically, in order to get on top of that thing, and then hit your hover, like, right at the end, so. Let's see. Like, right at the apex of your jump, you have to hit your hover, so I'm not, obviously not doing it correctly. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Maybe we'll get enough from that. Like, if I do this, you know. If I hit it just right. So. Of course, I make the one on Dabo look easy, and this one gives me more trouble than anything else. There we go, I got it. Awesome. So that takes care of that. Now, if you are a veteran of my YouTube channel, where all the exports from the streams go, this next section may look a little familiar to you, because I'm going to do it exactly the same way as I did it on my YouTube channel. I might show off the other sections of this area on tomorrow's stream. Normally you're supposed to go this way, take the grind boot rail all the way down and everything like that, and I may just do that, honestly. But there is a way that you can cheese your way through it by going through there. I'll show it off. I'm going to show it off later, but for now, I'll go the traditional way this time. Why the hell not? Let's take this out, though, before I go, so I can have it available for once we get across here. Oh, good. I need a dynamo for this, too. It's probably where the platinum bolt is where... Oh, no, I know where the platinum bolt is. Never mind. Alright, so let's take the dynamo out since I apparently need that for something. I don't remember what that does, honestly. It's been so long since I've used that path that I don't even remember. Oh, that's what it does. Okay. It'll give me a platform to jump on and move up this platform with. Of course, if you move too far, you're kind of SOL because you're going to hit one of the barriers, but we'll hopefully not have to worry about that. Here I was thinking I had to be slick and use it while on the grind rail, but nope, you do not. We are going to have a little bit of stuff to worry about down here, though, because there are some guys with helicopters that are not too happy with us coming up this thing. I'm just gonna wait over here, guys. How's that sound? Sound good to you? Sounds good to me. There we go. Easy as that. Here I was thinking I was gonna have to kill them, but nope. Turns out the thugs just haven't detected me yet, that's all. So yeah, that path wasn't really too long. I think I made it sound like it was going to be like a really long way around, but it was not, so. Let's just hop right up here. Let's see what we've got here. Alright, so here's the bridge that Zach was talking about. This bridge is a bit of a killer. It's kind of... There's a lot going on this bridge. That's basically what you need to know. If you need to get back to your ship, by the way, you can go back like this, so. But yeah, there's a lot going on this bridge. There's a lot of enemies up there. There's a lot of things behind those tanks. There's other enemies that are to deal with as well. So it's, you know. Here's the next armor upgrade that we can get once we do the Impossible Challenge. I think it was the Electro Steel armor is what it's called. It's yeah, it's down at the bottom. It's 250k though, so we can't really get it right now. Yeah, I definitely need the dynamo for this part, so let's just put it here. There we go. And let's long jump down here. That will let us grab a platinum bolt right up at the top of, whoops, that's not the dynamo. That's the dynamo, there we go. Right at the top of this section, there's a platinum bolt that we can grab. I just gotta do this part just right. Alright, so do that. And do that, there we go. Not too bad. Just want your HD port to be playable. How hard can that be? Remembers the Silent Hill HD port. Yeah. Oh, the Silent Hill HD port was something. Died so many times on that bridge. The nanotech spot is so random when you get it or you don't. Yeah, it is. It's pretty random because you really have to hit it exactly right. And I think there is a bit of a factor of luck to it, so I don't really know. All right. So, first thing I'm going to do before we do this is I'm actually going to go to my options menu and I'm going to save to a separate slot. So that's the slot that we have right there. I want to go to this one, which is my old file that I had from before, and we're going to save it to this slot. And I need to warn people, if you have epilepsy, you need to look away from the screen for like 5 minutes while I take care of this bridge. So I know that sounds weird, but you do. Just take my word for it. Don't look at the screen if you have epilepsy, because I'm about to use the tank bot glove and rapidly spam the bombs to take care of everything on this bridge. So I might even turn off the camera so nobody gets like an epileptic fit or something. I really don't want to be causing something like that. The sound design, you swear you never realize how much you miss these sounds until you hear them again. It looks closer, yeah. All right, so you can hear it just from the sound effects here, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a tank bot down. I'm going to stand here because I'm in cover, so stuff shouldn't be able to hit me from here. And I'm just going to spam the bomb on the tanks until they all blow up. So let me turn off the screen real quick while I do that, and I'll turn it back on once I'm done. Okay. Now we had Monochromium Live, then we had Monochromium Live on Ice, now we have Monochromium Live After Dark. So that's how this is gonna go. I got another message from the Colonel. And okay, that's one. The acid mod is working though, so that's good. That's two. I think there's still a guy shooting at me, but I don't think he can do anything to me from here, so that's three. Also lags the shit out of your game, by the way, just in case you're wondering what's going on. And this was actually my preferred method of killing... Okay, I can turn the screen back on now, so... There we go. That was actually my preferred method of killing the boss of this area as well, was using the tank bot glove, hiding behind cover, and then just spamming the bomb at him when I was younger. Because the boss fight here takes forever to do if you don't cheese it, and that's why we're going to cheese it. So, want to see if it's a glitch? No, it's not a glitch. It's just me mashing the X button to shoot bombs, that's all. So, how dare you black screen us like this? Embrace the chaos. It's like having a bag over your head. Yeah. But yeah, so that was my preferred method of killing the boss here as well, actually, was just find some cover and just use the tank bot and rapidly spam the bomb so that he just keeps blowing up over and over again. Because the boss here has a lot of health, and you're supposed to use a bunch of turrets and stuff to kill it, but the turrets were never exactly a good option for me personally, I find. It takes too long because of all the extra stuff that happens during the fight. If you want to see the fight done legitimately, you're not going to see it done legitimately here on the stream, but you can go. There's probably several versions of the fight that you'll be able to see legitimately on YouTube, so you can go check them out. For me personally, I've got my own way of doing it that I'm going to show you in a moment. Let me just clear these guys out first. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, nope. I was wrong. Whoa. Yeah, there's the shield charger coming in handy there. And we got some good plasma coil experience, so that's pretty good. Alright, so there's a tank in front of us. And if we look at the map, which I'm about to go do, let me just get this real quick. There we go. If we look at the map, you can see that there's a whole big city basically here for us to go through. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go that way, over that way, all the way around, and get into the middle. When you do that, you're fighting a bunch of different thug guys all through the whole place. There are sections where electric fences will come up, preventing you from backing up, and they'll all fight you in close quarters. It's a fun time, and it's good for your weapon experience, but we're not gonna do that. We got another method that we're gonna use rather than that one. Yeah, tank bot glove. That's what we used for the bridge there, was with the tank bot glove. Yep, I do in fact have a YouTube channel. It's primarily used to archive the stream uploads. And if you want to check it out, it is in underneath the stream there. It is on a panel that says YouTube below the stream feed there. So the boss of the area is actually directly behind this this gate here, this glass gate. And as far as I know, there's absolutely no way to get through it normally. But there is a way to get through it abnormally. And I'm going to demonstrate it right now. So you take your decoy glove, you press your face, your body up against that wall, throw one here, throw one here, and I did it wrong. Alright, hold on. This might take a couple of tries. Basically, you want to press yourself up against it so you're right nice snug against the wall. You want to throw one slightly off to the left. Okay, I just glitched out of bounds, actually. That's not ideal, but it still works. And we're gonna glitch. Basically, we're gonna glitch ourselves through this wall by pushing ourselves through the boundary. Kind of like that, except actually through the wall. I'm making a mockery of this right now, but trust me, it works. All right, so that there, and then there. Nope, I'm not pressed up against the corner. That's why. All right, hold on. Oop, that's not right. There we go. That should be good. Nope. Yep, there we go. So now it's kind of hard to see, and I apologize if that's causing a seizure as well, but there you go. I glitched through the glass. Now we got to do it again. Hopefully it doesn't use all my ammo, or else we'll be reloading our save. Okay. There. And then just got to place this one right about there. Well, it glitched me out of bounds. That gives me a little bit of room to work with. Just do that. Oh, okay. I guess we'll do it again. That's fine. Nope. There we go. That's the right spot. For this one, we want to go there. I think I got it. Yep, I did. Okay. So now we're in the boss arena, without having to go through all that bullshit. I will probably go and backtrack and do all that bullshit myself, just to get the extra weapon experience, but just trust me, it's just like fighting through the thugs anywhere else, so it's really not that big of a deal. What you want to do now that you're through that section, is you want to take out your Sheepinator. You're going to walk this way, and should pop up in just a second. Yep, there he is. So this is the boss of Snivelak. It's a giant robot that the Thugs for Less leader pilots. And what you're supposed to do, basically, is when you get through this whole section, you're going to end up over there. If you walk over there, you'll trigger the flag that triggers the boss fight. But if you don't walk over there, he'll just kind of stand here, staring at you, with his green-ass codpiece. So now what you can do is you walk up to him, right between the legs, right about here, and you start sheepinating. Effectively, what we're about to do is we're about to sheepinate this entire boss fight. So once that meter fills all the way up, the boss will have been sheepinated. And that essentially allows us to skip this boss fight without having to do it the hard way. The hard way you're supposed to do it is you basically can walk all over the city that's on the map here, and you can basically you shoot at him with a bunch of turrets that are up on the roofs and everything. You can use your weaponry and everything, but he has so much goddamn health, it takes forever to kill him. And I am effectively skipping something that would take about 20 minutes if I was doing this the normal way, by doing it this way. So this is the only situation where I'm going to use speedrun tricks to get through anything in any of these games, at least as far as I know at this point. I don't really know any speedrun tricks for Up Your Arsenal or for Deadlock, so I can't really use any of those to my advantage. But just trust me when I tell you, doing what I just did there, it saves us a lot of extra time that would just be wasted with me just shooting out of a turret and shooting a bunch of missiles that he shoots at you and then just trying to kill him before he blows up your turret. It's probably the least fun boss fight in the entire series, at least in my opinion. And I saved us a substantial amount of time by doing what I just did. You have to kill the sheep, by the way, before triggering the boss fight. If you don't kill the sheep before triggering the boss fight, it's just the normal boss fight. So as long as you kill the sheep, you're good. So it's a fun time. Tell that to 12-year-old you and wipe his tears. Yeah, big brain time. Yes, exactly. And Nitro got here just in time for big brain time. Hello, Nitro. How you doing? I just walked through walls, and I sheepinated an entire boss fight. Using the power of the sheepinator. Hold on. Let me trigger the boss fight.
What's so funny?
Nothing, I guess. Prepare to die!
Yeah, okay, sure. Using the power of the sheepinator, I sawed this boss in half! And he's dead. And that's it.
Clank? Great. Let's go.
Hello? Aren't you forgetting someone?
I mean, you could just slip through the bars.
After we free.
Your boobs aren't that big. Jesus.
Thanks. Now, before you run off, take a look at this.
What you
I
got?
picked it out of Lizard Boy's pocket.
Ooh.
Log entry 4792. Returning from Megacorp's distribution center. I'm beginning to suspect that Megacorp has lied to me.
Just beginning?
Decorative paperweights being stored there might actually be an enormous supply of protopets.
Gee, you think?
The whole facility is guarded by ravenous mutant creatures. Their warehouse ship may hold as many as 10 million crates, and with 100 protopets per crate, that could be as many as 3.5 zillion protopets.
I'll trust your math on that one.
Can only mean one thing. Megacorp is up to no good.
You don't say.
Confront them as soon as possible and demand a bigger cut of the action.
I don't think he's gonna get the chance to do that.
Are they insane?
The galaxy is in far more danger than I had imagined.
Seriously.
Do you suppose Mr.
We've
Fizzwidget...
wasted enough time on Fizzwidget already. I swear that crazy old man is not the same person I used to work for.
Well, wait, hold on.
You used to work for Megacorp?
Yes, in the genetics division.
On the protopet?
On fixing the protopet's flaws. And I was
Well, that explains why you were so involved with the project, why you have such a personal stake in this.
Is it worth disrupting the protopet shipments?
It's a start. But to stop them for good, we're gonna need to break into Megacorp headquarters.
That sounds like a tall order.
How?
I have an old Megacorp ID on my home planet.
Oh, do you?
Split up then. Clank and I will go to the distribution facility. You go grab the ID.
Okay, so now we have a plan. Angela's gonna go grab her Megacorp ID so we can break into Megacorp HQ. We're gonna go to the distribution facility to try to disrupt the Protopets shipments. Hopefully that all goes fairly well. But before we do any of that, I need to go and investigate the rest of this planet, see what I can find while I'm running around and trying not to get myself murdered by a bunch of the remaining Thugs for Less employees. And while I'm there, I need to head back over to Planet Joba because there's one challenge that the game seems to think is impossible that we need to go tackle. But that's going to be on the next episode of Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, the Stream Edition. So basically next time I'll meet you over on Planet Joba so we can go take a look at that. So, let me see here. Yes, wall glitches, exactly. Yep. We know what they are, Mono. I know. I'm just proud of myself for using them, that's all. They are big, you have to admit. She was your first crush. See, Zoc, I don't really look at that sort of stuff in video games, so I don't know. I guess they're big. I don't know. They're not that big, though. Please don't make this like the Undertale fan. Humanity alone is insane. 3 is bigger than 2. Want to know something else? You can quote me on that. 2 is the exact thing as 2. You're fucking lying. It's asked if you had a YouTube because you make the stream seem like a Let's Play. I explain everything and talking shit makes it all look like a playthrough. Yeah, that's where my experience came from, Zoc. My original presence here on the internet was as a sort of like a Let's Player. I started way back in 2010, and I've been doing it on and off since then. So I just started streaming back in 2017, so we've been doing it since then. And it's where my experience is, so that's why it sounds so much like a Let's Play. So yeah, that's where that comes from. But yeah, I do have a YouTube. It is down below in the on the panels down there. You can see my schedule for the stream down there. You can see my Twitter, my Discord server, the Chromatic server, the game suggestions, and then my PayPal if you ever decide you want to donate anything. I'm not going to ask you to. I don't ask anybody to do that, but if you feel the need, feel free. It's right there. But yeah, so I have a YouTube channel. It's down there. You can go check it out. Yes, thank you, Rock and Fun. It's right there as well. So, yep. Should watch him play Mass Effect. That was a pretty good playthrough. I will admit, I liked that one a lot, so take a look at it in your Discord. Alright, sounds good, Zoc. We'll see you there then. And I will see all of you on the next episode of Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, the Stream Edition. I'm going to be posting the schedule for next week's streams on Twitter, Discord, YouTube, and right here on Twitch after I get the description done for this episode. But the next time we're streaming is going to be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, until then, everybody, thank you for watching. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. Let me not forget my words at the very end. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care, and have a good night. If you like death, watch him fight Armstrong on PC. Yeah, you should. If you know what Metal Gear Rising is, Zoc, I have a playthrough of Metal Gear Rising that we did here on the stream, and I did one stream where I did all of the bosses on Revengeance difficulty for the first time ever, I think? Or maybe I had practiced them. I think I practiced them beforehand a little bit, but it was like 1 or 2 days of practice, and that's it. And it was a little bit of fun if you like watching people die on stream. So, alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.